5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
All
Dire
right,
team
let
pick.
me adjust a little bit.
Radiant team pick.
Monkey King.
Oh, all right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome everyone to DPC 2022 201 Division 2 with me, Cyclops and Gods. Hello there. Yeah.
Hello, how are you doing today?
Yeah,
10
all good,
seconds
all
remaining.
good, brother. Yeah. Well,
That's good to hear.
yesterday we
5
cast together
seconds
on the Division 1 match, but today on the Division 2, I think it will be even more intense because
Radiant
two
team,
matches that
Dire
we
team.
are about to witness today means a lot to these four teams. In the first match, we have IAP versus Army Genesis. It's the battle of relegation.
It is. The two bottom teams, Army Genesis tied for 6th place at 1 win, 5 losses, and IAP
10 seconds
0
remaining.
wins, 5 losses. So
Oh, yeah.
both teams have to win if they want to
5
avoid
seconds
relegation.
remaining.
Yeah, both sides. So yeah, Army Genesis now record. Yeah, like you said, 1-5, IAP 0-5. Let me put on some conditions before we get into this game, which is the both sides need to win so bad. If
Dire team
IAP manage to win the remaining 2 matches, they will pass. They will survive. But for Team Army Genesis was a little bit trickier. So if they win this match against Team IAP, in the last match,
Radiant
they need to
team
pray that IAP will beat 496 in order for them to survive. Or if IAP loses 496, then they and IAP will go out together and 496 survive. So it looks like everything is in IAP hands. It just need to
Dire
win
team
both.
ban.
But yeah, but
That's a bit, I mean, they're yet to win you. It's a big ask, but
Radiant
you're
team
right.
ban.
I think their record looks bad because they haven't played those two teams who are at the bottom with them yet. So there's, possibility for them to bounce back.
Oh my goodness. And we are in the band pick fair, ladies and gentlemen. We have seen the first 2 heroes, which is Tide Hunter and Snapfire for
10
the
seconds
IAP,
remaining.
Monkey King and Pangolier for Army Genesis.
5
Monkey King
seconds
seems to be
remaining.
a regular guest in the Army Genesis lineup, and they're doing quite well as the DP Post 1 Monkey King. Is that still a thing, Gods?
It's definitely a hero that can play the carry role, I think, very well. That's kind of where I think the hero feels most natural. But there's also potential for it to flex, like play it in the off lane, I think is the other lane that seems to still feel okay, and maybe the 4 position. I think mid Monkey
Dire
King is
team
very
back.
situational. You need a good matchup, and then
Radiant
5
team
position
back.
Monkey King not really that viable.
Radiant
Yeah.
team pick.
Are we gonna see a real bloodbath match? Right.
Dire
Take a
team
look at the
pick.
first 4 heroes from both sides. And Grimstroke is right here. Grimstroke Snapfire seems to be a pretty aggressive support.
Yeah, Grimstroke probably going to be paired with some kind of hero that uses the Inkswell. Right now, I mean, Grimstroke Tide doesn't sound like the
10
worst of
seconds
lanes, but it doesn't
remaining.
sound great. If anything, they probably want to play Snapfire with Tide. The
5
little Shredder
seconds
synergizes
remaining.
very well with Gush. You get lots of minus armor, so I think Grimstroke is more likely to pair with either their mid or carry. Get something like an Ember Spirit with the Grimstroke is always good. A lot of the carry pairings aren't as viable these days. Maybe a PA could work, though.
Yeah, PA. We have seen a lot of PA games yesterday. It was a great game played by 23 Savage, man. He jumped on the support and everyone. His PA is the kind of heroes that can scare everyone so bad. And when you play against PA, you just have to keep your concentration straight and stay in line. Because if someone started to run away from each other or turn your back on PA, man, that's when disaster happens. And yeah, PA is so good on that.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely a hero we're seeing become more and more popular. SCA carry players particularly seem to like it. But before we get there, Army Geniuses pick up Void Spirit. I think something IAP maybe lack with these two supports is that like insta stun, so these elusive spirit heroes mid can be kind of problematic.
Oh yeah.
They have the Soulbind, which is good against like the Pangolier, Rolling Thunder and stuff, but against a Void Spirit, if he doesn't get caught by the silence,
5 seconds remaining.
be okay.
Oh man, if you take a look at the first three heroes of Army Genesis, it's a very high mobility, and the lack of the stun that you said is going to be the big turning point in this game. IAP need to think about a reliable stunner. Talking about the reliable stunners,
Radiant team
IAP has played a match against the mid lane Batrider, and they lost on that. It's becoming we haven't seen the mid lane Batrider for a while, but Ember Spirit seems to answer the question, right?
There's your insta disable, and not the stun, it's the root. It's the same idea where against Void Spirit you need some way to kind of lock him, keep him in place, and also just have some hero to run in and start the fight. And with the Grimstroke, Ember Grim, classic combo. Nothing much more to say there. Very good here, these two heroes together. And I think Army Geniuses knew this hero would be picked up. That's why they got the Lion. They made sure they themselves, they also didn't have the insta stun, so they get the Lion Hex. And then you've also got the Earth Spike to follow it up, so they've got some disables to deal with an Ember Spirit, because they knew this pick.
Yeah, they got one of the most popular supports in this year, I can say. Lion being picked a lot in all the tournament across regions, playing super good. Finger can add a lot of extra damage to help assist the core to just finish the job.
10 seconds remaining.
Even though the first three heroes look pretty awesome for Army Genesis, but don't you think that they kind of lack of something like the pushing power onto the tower?
Yeah, definitely. Monkey's not the best hero to push or take the towers or Roshan with, so I'm not sure how they fix that. If Monkey's the carry hero and Void Spirit's mid, that your draft often kind of lacks that pushing power. There's some offlaners that can do some damage. The IAP ban Razor, maybe like heroes like the
10 seconds
Master or Lycan can push the towers, but I'm not sure you want to play those heroes into Tidehunter. Tidehunter is just very good at defending your building. So if anything, maybe you see Tidehunter on the other team, often the response is let's just play kind of greedy because pushing towers can be hard.
Yep. One interesting fact about these two teams is they never faced each other before in an official match. This is actually the first time in the most crucial match of probably this season for them.
Yeah. They can watch each other play and maybe study, but it's nothing is quite the same as actually playing against the team. So
that's true. Yeah, getting to the game is completely different story. The execution, the way that your opponent react, the timing they have, man, every aspect could be surprised. And then gyrocopter. We have seen some of the gyrocopter these days, especially for the Southeast Asian scene. It seems to be the only region that you're trying to use the gyro. Did you like that? For me, as a commentator, I love the game with gyro. It's always becoming an action-packed game.
5 seconds remaining.
It's like this classic Dota carry hero that's been around for so long, and there was probably like a 3 or 4 year period where it was like the most popular carry. Like every carry player had to play gyrocopter. It was like the mid players would like puck. If you don't play this hero, you're doing something wrong.
It's just like when you play in a Chinese scene and apply for the off lane position, you have to play back
Radiant
rider,
team
right?
pick.
Pretty much the same
Exactly. Yeah. There's some heroes in some regions or just some roles that you
Yeah.
have to be able to play. It's like if you can't play this hero
Why?
and it's
Yeah.
meta, then it's a problem.
Yeah. All right. Last
Army
game for Army
Genius.
is Rubik. Oh, you like
10
that so
seconds
far?
remaining.
Against Tidehunter, he's hoping to make
5
some big
seconds
plays, steal some
remaining.
Ravages. Always fun. I mean, you talk about what's fun to see.
Anti-mage.
Tide vs.
Choose
Rubik is a
your
lot of
hero.
fun. This guy says no fun allowed.
Ooh,
Anti-mage.
yeah.
Wow. It
No
is
fun.
pretty good anti-mage game. Usually the one thing AM doesn't want to play into is a lot of physical damage. And, Monkey King is physical damage, but at least the other 4 heroes, not so much. And there's a lot of stuff that the Reflect is good against. So it's a good AM pick. Not like a hero that auto wins games like it used to. Like, 5 years ago, if you had a good AM game, it's just like, oh, okay, we lost.
Yeah. I think this one is going to become more like attacking game, the game of chasing here and there with all the high mobility heroes. Late skill a little bit, aiming on the decision making, and probably some big fight gonna happen around 15-20 minutes in, and that might be one of the only few fight in the game and then just end. Who knows? I mean, when you're playing against anti-mage, you just have to wrap the game quite fast. But Army Geniuses,
Yeah.
like you say, this is good AM game because they also need to farm. Both sides need to farm. It's all comes down to who gonna be bigger in late game.
Yep, absolutely. I could see Army Geniuses going for like early Desolator and Monkey King to try take Roshan and towers early on. Pangolier can help Rosh a bit, but yeah, he's going to need like Echo Deso before they can even consider taking Roshan. So it's not a complete non-option, but it's a difficult option to go.
All right, I can't hardly wait for the
Says-
on Lion.
Today is the big day for Division 2. I mean, as you mentioned, this is the
Yeah.
relegation one, and then the next one is the promotion series
Prepare
because
for
the
battle.
two top teams.
Crazy day, ladies and gentlemen. First match of the day. IAP versus AG in the base of 3 series. Game 1 start. I'm going to do some quick intro before they roaming into each other. For IAP on the Radiant side, we have Chemo on Grimstroke, Matthew on Snapfire, Escort on Tidehunter, Yona on Ember Spirit, and Marb on the Anti-Mage. Yeah. I just leave the intro on the other side first.
Yep.
I think they already got into the triangle.
Okay, I gotta be quick. DB playing Monkey King, Azura playing the Void Spirit, Womi playing Pangolier, Lim playing the Rubik, and Varus playing the Lion.
Nice, awesome.
They're being scouted. There's Army Geniuses
30
have
seconds
the
to
ward. They
battle.
see them all. They're pretending they don't see them.
Ooh, that's kinda
Like the mind
sneaky.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, we're just waiting to go for this room. We don't see you. There's no ward there.
Ooh,
You
where
don't want
are
to
they?
reveal. Yeah.
Yeah. But next thing we know, they already got the 3-body rune. This is gonna be a great start for them. Yeah, it's awesome for Army Genesis.
The battle begins.
And then they... We'll see if they realize there's a ward up there. Matthew on the Snapfire has sentries, but... That was some good acting. They really acted the hell out of it, being like, nope, no ward on this cliff. We don't see you.
Man, these
Really
guys
well done.
must be good at poker.
Must be good at soccer as well.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah?
Football. Yeah. There's a lot, a lot of acting.
I know.
Trying to get the fouls.
That's true. That's true. All right. Let's take a look at the lane. Oh, this is actually the first time I see the set of the Anti-Mage. Looks nice, man. The black suit.
Like it's some I don't know, robotic eye going.
Yeah. Oh, okay. On top, some fight happening as well. I think Matthew need to be careful about his positioning here. Just one Earth Spike. Easily kill him because you gotta deal with the Monkey King.
Yeah, we'll see top lane being all about the Gush plus Little Shredder kind of being used together. Burn down their mana, then try hitting Anchor Smash for some big damage boost.
that moment of the day again. That I have to put the eyes into 3 and try to watch. And the first blood might goes on top. Oh, that was so close. Matthew getting harassed so bad. Ooh, that was. Ooh, man, that was so close, bro.
I didn't think it was gonna be close. I thought he'd just walk away, but that lion really wanted to chase him down.
Yeah. Playing super aggressive. He destroy a lot of nacks of Matthew. He only got 2 tangles outside. Another fight in, jumping in. Varys. Luckily, he popped the fairy fire just in time to save his life.
Yep.
Seems to be a serious fight on top.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the other lanes are fighting in quite the same way. Mid lane is just, you know, they both farm a bit. Unless they make the big mistake, there shouldn't be a kill there. And then bottom lane, they're kind of avoiding each other. They pull the creeps behind the tower. Anti-Mage doesn't really want to get into the fighting battles unless he's up against like a really good lane matchup. And with the Grimstroke, it's not the strongest lane for AM, so he's playing more passive.
Yeah, the Spirits fight are kind of more from the start, but man, in mid game to late game, it's so good to watch all these pro Spirits.
Yeah.
Void, Ember Spirit.
Oh.
They'll be like, oh, Yona.
Yeah, I don't think
Straight
so.
on Asura. I think he's gonna be fine. Well calculated by Asura. Playing it calm. Back to top, maybe.
Cookie top.
Yeah, cookies. DB dropping quite low.
Thanks.
Did a good job. Dodged some damage with the mischief. I think the cookie damage, only 70 damage, was blocked, but it's still something. Just always want to use that mischief when you can as a Monkey King to block some incoming damage when possible.
Game looking pretty good for the anti-mage so
Ooh,
far.
top lane.
Bottom lane. Okay, yeah, that's the first one. Almost missed it, but still got it.
Still
Okay. Yeah. And Matthew say sorry about that. That's what we talk about his positioning right from the start. You need to be super careful. The Monkey King and Lion is very scary.
Yeah. The lane that wants to kill you. Monkey gets the second point in Jingu, so the bonus damage going from 40 to 70 starts, you know, adding up a lot. If he ever gets those stacks, you do not want to get hit by him. It's got a big stick.
I kind of surprised that bottom lane of team Army Genesis cannot apply any pressure toward AM. He has 25 CS and 69. Peacefully farming.
Yeah. He's having a great time. I think part of that, Pingaleer is just not the strongest hero in the laning stage. It's not like a lot of these offlaners that are like, have really good stats and are really tanky. Pingaleer is under 700 health, and that's with a Wraith Band, giving him, you know, a couple points in strength, some armor. He's just kind of a squishier offlaner that does more in the mid game. You mentioned the Spirits, it's the same kind of thing.
Lion being aimed this time around, and it's nice try back. It's got finishing more than a smash, and also killing the courier as well. Not bad.
Not bad indeed. Monkey did get his items, but the courier gives a nice little bit of extra gold, so extra creep for the whole team. IAP. Off to a pretty good start with these lanes, I feel. Even though it's even, the AM, the fact he's free farming, it's definitely a good sign. In top lane, you're not meant to do that well. It's Monkey King versus Tide, although Monkey, he's hunting. He wants another kill.
Yeah. Maybe, I think it's going to be enough damage. Other strikes already comes out. One hit. Maybe a jump. Oh, perfect by DB. The way that he played Monkey to show us how many games he played this hero.
Yeah, upgrading to the Orb of Corrosion. 13% movement speed slow. It was just too much for the Tide, who doesn't have, well, has boots now. I'm not sure if he had boots when he died, but I don't believe he had them arrived. And Monkey King with boots was able to chase him down.
Do you know that I play more than 500 games of Spectre?
No.
I think I've heard you mention you played a lot of Spectre before.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Middle lane. Asura being chased by Yona inside the tower. That was a great solo kill. He knows that he's not gonna make it, so he let the tower kill him instead of that Lion.
Yep. Lion gets a lot of XP for it, but well worth it getting the solo kill on the mid laner. Ember really doing well there to get a kill.
Yeah. Hey, well, talking about
I
Spectre a little bit, why is he disappearing from the scene?
There was a little bit of Spectre at TI. I think people found this like new build with the Aghanim Scepter was good. Did the hero, I can't remember if the hero got nerfed after that or not, but I think the hero just doesn't feel like it has a very good laning stage, and so much about Dota is always about the early game and lanes. If you're losing your lane, it's like you pick this hero that it's kind of to me like Anti-Mage, where this hero usually loses its lane. This time around, AM, they see a good AM game against Pangolier where it's not going to lose the lane, and it's a good AM game, but I'm not sure what a good Spectre game is these days.
Yeah, it's kind of sad to see him away, but I'm pretty sure he will be back soon. Yes, at the bottom lane, some action started out. Rubik was a little bit offside, trying to find his way back into the tree line. The first time used Mana Void, not so well calculated by Mark. Cannot finish off the target.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the Matthew getting punished on top.
Yeah, I think for AM, the Rubik popped the stick right before Mana Void hit, so got some more mana, blocked a bit of damage, has a raindrop as well, so just didn't quite have enough damage to get the kill.
My path leads to riches.
He was like, he still has like a 10% HP left after that Mana Void.
Yep. Bottom lane, they want to kill Marb.
Yeah, big fight, Marb. Oh my goodness, that was a big kill. I'm watching at the top lane because there's some actions around here as well. 3 people from Team IAP aiming for position 1 Monkey King and finishing him off, killing 3 broken as well by Escort Ankle Smash.
Yeah, both teams make the same play. Let's rotate our mid and go kill the enemy carry, put them under pressure, try force them to go back in jungle. Neither carry jungles that well until AM gets a Battle Fury, and we'll see where Monkey goes. He's for now got Falcon Blade queued up. There is, you know, potential for Monkeys to go Battle Fury, but I think it's just a bit too greedy.
Alright. Game is more excited than we thought. Maybe because of all these lineup that high mobility heroes can move anywhere in the map fast. So we're gonna see a lot of gankings. Yona in the middle lane trying to push the creep wave in. He's now level 8 compared to Asura. Considered doing very well in the mid.
Are scanning.
Yeah, both mid laners having good rotations, getting some good farm. Ember was farming some stacks, so we'll see where these next moves come from. Voidspirit only got a regen rune, so it's not like that good ganking rune, but could allow him to, if they dive a tower or something, he can definitely be the one to go and make some kind of TPs, counter ganks. But I think both teams are going to make the same play here, which is just push the offlane tower. You've got Tide who can kind of pull the creeps off the tower, but question is if anyone defends it. Rubik is up here to try and at least delay this using the Fade Bolt, but needs to be careful because they are going to try and hunt him.
Yeah, seems to be a mirror situations on both sides. And the bottom lane started first, so with a rolling thunder and everything, they are killing Yona. On top lane, actually no one dive on top, so it's going to be quite a profit for Team Army Genesis.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job defending top, and the Ember thought he could, remnant away from any kind of gank that comes his way, but there's too much chain disable. The Hex into Earth Spike, followed up with a Rolling Thunder. There was a nice little crystal for him to bounce off of. Everything just working out perfectly.
Yeah, but right now they're diving Rubik on top. They get the Rubik. And I don't think they're going to get... Oh, they might lose too. Because Grimsword dropping quite low here, walking away from the day. Womi almost got him.
Yeah, they knew there was no Rolling Thunder, so they can make that dive a little bit safer, but... again, they're not pushing, and Army Geniuses do take the bottom lane, and he does end up getting the kill.
Yeah, Womi with the
back in, I guess.
Buckle, yep. Seems a little bit greedy, but he made it. So, oh, mid lane. They are up to something.
Can they get this?
Spike comes out, trying to deploy the simulate to add some extra damage. In total, damage is enough, and Yona dead for the 2nd time in a row, which is going to slow down his level and farm a lot.
These Ember kills are really big. Like a lot of the kills you see in the early game, often like supports dying, or maybe a mid laner TPs to go get, like, they killed the carries, but the Ember deaths matter more than the AM or the Monkey King deaths.
Yes.
Those deaths, it's like 4 heroes go to kill 1, but this Ember, he's the one that needs to be making the plays and rotating around the map. So when he's dying, it means IAP, they're not ganking.
So much more.
I mean, the perfect Ember game, you are not supposed to die, not even once, because think about it, you have the fire remnant. When you get low or you doesn't have sufficient resources, you can just go back home anytime and fire remnant back. So yeah, like you said, one big kill on Ember is super big. It's more like 2 or 3 times bigger than AM. And right now they are grouping up to top lane. They're seeking for revenge. Only Lim stay behind the top tier 1 tower. They're gonna dive in. Yona need to be careful. Yes, you can kill, but you need to get away from that alive as well. Oh, fire him! Do you see that green ball from that Rubik and Sim? Oh, that was so close, man.
Nice spell steal, but yeah, does eventually get chased down. But Army Geniuses want to punish this one. They're coming in with the Lion again. We saw last time what he can do. This Ember has to be a little bit careful.
Yeah, but it's only the rest and Romy. I don't think that would be enough. They have to wait for the rest. They might get some support and just run away. Here we go with the Earth Spike. One buster, all the stuff, half HP already. First time using the Wrap. It's a pretty big one. Team up with multiple cases. But hey, Void Spirit found the Grand Cannon right here. Matthew needs to change the spot. It's not going to be a free hitting at all. Azura on a killing spree. Matthew coming back in the scene and got another kill. Very fall. They simulate. Let's see. Can they catch his Void Spirit? Slide top face, all the stuff. 5 snap cookie. It was body blocked and locked down in the searing chain. Definitely going to be a kill. Killing spree broken. Matthew got another kill. Double kill for Matthew already. Next one gonna be Lim.
Yeah, Marb showing up. AM 12-minute Battle Fury comes in to get himself a kill. That is good news for IAP that this AM's having such a good time. And it was Army Geniuses. They're the ones who decide to defend and take that fight and get beaten badly. I think the big problem is they needed to use Rolling Thunder earlier. I think Womi got too greedy going for the swashbuckle first. Meant that he swashbuckled in, got ravaged, and then died to the Mortimer's Kisses. He didn't get a chance to use Rolling Thunder. I think he needed to use the Rolling Thunder to initiate and go rolling in, because otherwise, yeah, Tidehunter just hits you with a Ravage and you don't end up getting to use your spells.
That's true. Yeah, a little bit greedy indeed. He's supposed to just, you know, rolling in and cause some chaotic to IAP lineup. Man, that was just a small spot. Mike can just turn things around here, because before that fight, it was AG game in the first 10 minutes. Right now, Anti-Mage got more freedom. Farming in a
they're gonna try to kill him.
Can they? X first, maybe? Everything, third fight? Yes, they can. Mark's still not that strong. And they might get the second kill here. They found the Tidehunter down the river. He doesn't have a Ravage. Only around 30 seconds. No, but AG knows that that is too hard.
Scanning.
They decide to go back. Meanwhile, the triangle, Team IAP stealing all the stacks out of Team Army Genesis. Yona gonna be so happy.
He's in a pretty good spot for his Ember Spirit. After those early deaths, he's not slipped up since. AP now is protecting your AM. That death of the Ancient's a bit unfortunate for him. That's why the line's so good in this game, is against heroes like Ember and AM. If you can get that insta hex, he's going to want to blink as fast as possible before, you know, Ember remnants away, before AM gets his spell shield.
That is a chop eye. You see a Rubik, you fire red man immediately back to the scene, shooting some multiple kits, dealing damage and slow at the same time as Lion. But can you finish? Yes, easily apply finish with the slide top fist. No Lion. I am not sure if AG want to commit the defense on the mid-tier 1 tower, because Yona playing super aggressive, scouting out whoever behind the mid-tier 1 tower, into your area.
Making sure it's safe to push the tower, letting Escort do the damage. And Ember just pressing forward. Without Lion, he's not really afraid of much. Like, the telekinesis isn't enough to kill him by itself. Rubik has stolen AM's Blink, so he's got a free Blink on a very low cooldown. That max out Blink, it's a nice spell to have, but for the fight itself, he's gonna want to like swap out and get some kind of nuke or stun.
Bounty!
I think that AM is going to become the threat for Team AG soon. It may be like 10 minutes time. I feel like he online earlier than I thought.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Right now they already realize that they are playing against Time Bomb, so they might have to be playing more offensive.
Seems like, yeah, that's what I thought they would do, but the monkey says, nope, I'm going Battle Fury as well, so they'll try fight, you know, Battle Fury with their own Battle Fury.
Money changes hands.
That was so close. Almost got caught by Womi. Oh, Chemo. Chemo playing super brave here. He almost on the front line, being a support there. It's all a my game. Womi into the 3 line, gonna go down. Killing spree by Yona. After he flipped, now he's back with a killing spree for Yona.
They may want to try kill Yona though. They've got Hex here, but
not sure if that's enough. Is it Wukong command? Let's take a look at that. Attack, finger. Yes, it is. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's the power of Lion, man.
I think, yeah, they got the kill bottom and just assumed that it was a safe place to farm because they had so many heroes there, but nice little bait from Army Genius.
Yep. So they decided to go in another big fight for Team Army Genesis. They found Escort, but yeah, Escort is too tanky, man. He's a problem dealing with the Tide Hunter. He's going to be the backbone of the opponent.
Yep. Not an easy hero to go on, and IAP, they're poking around. Let's say, surely they're not going rogue.
I think they can. They start with the rogue hunter and also dissimulate decent damage comes out. Massive chemo on spot on, and it's a perfect opportunity for Team Army Genesis to get the first ages of the game if they can.
Must have enough damage, but that was such a good rolling thunder, just bouncing between the 2 cliffs.
Rabbit comes out, that's for the core, and Asura down. Romy need to just run away. Alakenis is trying to stop Yona from moving forward. Varys also hex on him. Varys is going to sacrifice his life for all his team. It's snatched out by the AM. Slide of it inside of the 3 line. Escort is on killing spree.
It's so important they kill the Rubik. He'd stolen the Mortimer's kisses, so if they let him get a good kisses in a team fight, that would have looked really bad for them. So chasing down the Rubik, making sure they got the kill, always worth it. Using the Tide Ravage early, just solo kill a carry or a mid laner. That's often what these early to mid game Ravages can look like and how you want to fight. You kill this Void Spirit, suddenly the team fight looks a whole lot better and your Ember can just chase for the backline. So really well done by IAP.
Yeah, the backliner need to start thinking about where they're gonna be and how are they gonna protect themselves against the Antimatter and also the Ember Spirits, because if you take layers of the fight, it's pretty perfect for Team IAP. They have the front line as a Tide Hunter, and they have all the spies on the back line of Team Army Genesis, which is Antimatter and the Ember Spirit, just trying to backdoor everyone. It's so hard to setting up formation up against Team IAP at this point of the game.
Yeah, it's for heroes like Lion and Rubik, you have to be so careful when you're playing against these AMs and Embers that can just jump on the back lines. The Ink Swell for Ember makes his life even better because you can put that on him when he goes jumping in as well.
Yeah, and then it's kaboom. Man, like Poker Crunch.
Game will slow down a little here, but both teams kind of playing around that Roshan pit, knowing that we're kind of at that point where if someone wins a team fight, they can go into Rosh.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Now the Israel works like magic, man. Right now, doing the decent damage, even though they doesn't have a rabbit, but no problem. Cool down real quick, the 2 supports gone. I mean, Genesis, they only have a core, but a core without a support, no assist, no help. It's going to be nothing. That's the reason why Asura just leave the scene immediately.
Nope. That was great initiation. They just go in, get their stun to start things off, and 2 dead supports. I mean, for Army Geniuses, they need these supports for these fights. That's most of their lockdown and control outside of the Rolling Thunder. Monkey King, despite having a BKB and wanting to fight, suddenly says, well, I've lost 2. They didn't even have to use Ravage, so they still had Ravage to lock them in place if needed.
I kind of surprised with the IAP performance in the first game of the day because into this match, IAP is on 5-match losing streak. And every best of 3 they play in the past 5 match end with their loss on 0-2. They can't even get a game out of their opponent, whether it's gonna be a DPC opponent or out of the league opponent.
Okay.
It's a pretty sad to watch records, but I am so happy for them that they bounce back real good on this one. Maybe just like I said, that they got the destiny in their hands. If they win this series and also the next series against 496, they survive. No matter how bad they play this season, they survive.
Yep. And before those 5 series where they all got 2-0'd at the start of the DPC, they took some games off some of the top teams, like against Ragdoll and Enigma Galaxy. Both those series were 1-2, so they showed they can occasionally do okay against the top teams in CDPC. And I think their 0-5 score is a bit misleading because they played the strongest teams and they haven't played the weakest teams. Whereas for Army Geniuses and 496, who are 1-5, you know, they've had maybe a slightly easier opponents.
That's true. That's true. And the 2 teams that they got the game out, which is Ragdoll and Enigma Galaxy C, is going to play each other on the next series.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's the promotion battle.
Yeah.
Now rekindle.
Something to be excited about later today. Yeah, but winner not guaranteed to be in the upper division. They could still end up in a tiebreaker, but it'll be the first of many important series.
I think the tiebreaker will be super duper intense, especially if it's a C region, man.
Every time I feel like there's tiebreakers or like, you know, the TI qualifiers, the C games go like, that's when they go like 60, 70, 80 minutes. Like the TI qualifiers
and also
last year were crazy.
4 games of tiebreaker or something. They keep winning each other like a triangle.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
All right, Lion's gonna get caught on top, and that's quite an easy jump in. Combo with the E as well. It's just perfect. Mark got the kill. He's on killing spree. And looks like IAP gonna get the top tier 2 as well.
Yep. Want that tier 2 so they can take over the enemy outpost. Yona defending the bottom tower a little bit, but he's got to be careful.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
What they can do to him when he's out of position.
Genesis, do you think it is because of the heroes or the way that they execute this game that put they in such a hard situation at the moment? But,
a bit of both. Mid lane?
Yep.
They're not gonna kill Ember, I don't think. No. I think for IAP, it was a really good AM pick, and the fact I didn't expect AM to destroy his lane so much, but I think it is partly because of the weakness of the Pingalier. This Pingo has not been that effective in lane or in the game later on, whereas Tidehunter has been this like 5-1 and 8 on Escort. Like he's just always the one in the front lines. He's not afraid of dying, whereas Pangolier has to kind of always be afraid of dying and sit back, because if he gets stunned or something, he'll just instantly die.
Man, the big difference indeed. He's on the way to the refresher for Escort. Imagine all the 2 Gush, 2 Ankle Smash, 2 Ravages. Oh, crazy. Now they are grouping up.
Oh, smoke.
4 man is gonna be big thing. Oh, a rabbit on the only one, which is a Pangolier, might be worth it though. The way that they started, maybe force of the BKB as well. The copy Passerina using the rabbit back. Lin trying so hard to make his team alive in his team fight, but he was the first one who falls out. Finally, Wukong command is out. My name is Kong. Wukong. And then Marm is out. The DB finish him off in the morning, but 6 kisses from the higher ground. Army Genesis try to retreat back to the mid-tier tower. Getting stopped by Yona from long range using slide of bits and the searing chain. Earthspike comes out. That was a mini rabbit. Swat buckle by Womi, but just not enough to kill anyone. It seems like it's going to be a comeback by Team Army Genesis after a big loss of Team IAP. Triple kill for Asura.
Wow, having the Aghanim Scepter on the Void Spirit, that new pickup. They want the team wipe Cyclops.
Yeah, you think they can? Definitely.
Ultra. Oh boy. Monkey did a lot of damage with his Wukongs, even though he did die to the kisses.
My vigor was never in question.
That's why
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I did not see it being turned around. But when the Monkey King died, I thought the fight was just over. But I think AM just blinked in too aggressively. I didn't see how he died myself,
Radiant's
but
middle tower
he
has
should have
fallen.
had a much better team fight. And once he goes down, the rest of his team just kind of drop by
Radiant's
one by
middle
one like
tower is
flies
under
to the
attack.
Void Spirit.
Money
Yeah. Asura. Man, he just now the Monkey King deal 3.2k damage in total in that team fight. That's a pretty decent.
Yep.
Yeah. I think they are grouping and trying to go for another round. This is gonna be super important, especially for Team IAP that doesn't have a Ravage. Here we go. DB Michelle to get rid of Chemo first, but Escort destroy the backline as well. So no more light or no more Dispel Spell. Warming moving in. Azura finish off that Matthew. You Scepter and turns the BKB just to get away from all the damage. Momi to the higher ground and Yona Fire Remnant down to the lower ground, aiming for that Momi. Man, you cannot run away from and yeah.
Oh,
What?
blink.
He could run away.
Oh no, AM, he blinked on the cliff.
Oh, my
he
goodness. I was about to say, bro, you cannot run away from the Anti-Mage and the Ember Spirit, and then he got away.
Yep. I did not expect that escape. But he got, yeah, he used the Yules on himself and he got a disarm on AM so he could swashbuckle and blink away, and
Yeah.
AM accidentally
Radiant's
blinked
top
onto the
tower
cliff,
is under
so...
attack.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I think the cliff is a little bit too
Dire's
mainstream.
bottom tower is under attack.
So, DB,
Dire's bottom tower
Monkey
is under
King.
attack.
Oh man, just when we thought the Anti-Mage is going to get this game quite easy from that 7k net worth ahead. Now we are back
Yeah.
at 0.
It looked like it was like smooth sailing, you know,
Dire
fair
are
winds,
scanning.
nothing
Yeah,
gonna
you
get
need-
in the way, and suddenly you just run into an iceberg.
Yeah, Australian Sea.
Unpredictable. That's what army geniuses are. They
Dire's top tower is under
so they strike back. I mean,
Dire's
just some key item
structures
timings. The
are
Aghanim's
fortified.
coming up on Azura, and now he's already got a BKB to fold up. Monkey King getting more damage.
Let's start the fight once again. Come on, man. This Grand cannot shooting from the wrong range. Once again, Modimus Kisses. It's the main source of damage of Team IAP, but not for so long. They lost Escort pretty fast. I kind of surprised with the way that Escort Thai Hunter play in the last couple of fights, but he gone quite fast.
Yeah, I think on the front lines, this
Dire's
Monkey King is
top
just
tower
farmed enough
is under
now with
attack.
the levels as well.
Radiant
Has
are
that bonus
scanning.
Jingu damage as well from level
Radiant's
15. I think the
middle
Monkey
tower
King is
is
just able to
under
kind of
attack.
fight through all that, you know, survivability of Tidehunter when he uses the BKB.
It comes when wait, now the fight can constant fight non-stop telekinesis in order to stop that Chemo first, try to get Chemo out of the equation. Now he is gone. The equation is about to be completed. Jonathan, the BKB slash on down the support. Now it's the fight of the core, the fight of the superheroes. Earth Spike, Finger, double kill for DB. 4 days in total for Team IAP. Situation getting worse.
Yeah, this is bad news. This AM, I mean, this just feels like why you see so little AM. Like, it can look like a great AM game. There's no AM real counters. There's not even that crazy physical damage heroes. I mean, Monkey King is good physical damage, but it's not like there's all physical damage on the other side to beat the AM. And still, he's struggling to go into these fights and stay alive.
And now they're gonna lose the first edges of the game, which is going to guarantee the DB gonna be safe for the next 5 minutes. They could use this to push a couple of towers or getting into a couple of team fights. Yona. AG previous match in the DPC was versus Paris, which they lost to Lena,
Radiant's top tower
Monkey
is under
King,
attack.
and
Radiant structures are
and
fortified.
their mid, however, even though
Dire's
it
bottom
was a
tower
lost
is
game,
under
their mid
attack.
is still doing well.
Radiant's
Sura.
top
This is
tower
just
has
showing
fallen.
how stable he is. I mean, as a Dota pro player, if you have a mid in a team, the first aspect that we need to look for is to be stable. In this case, he's quite good, man. More experience.
Yeah, having like the players who have good and bad games. You know, sometimes you want that like super like high risk mid player, but you want their bad games to be like stable still.
With the fishes.
Man, and the way that Azura just slashing out his guard, it's just like you fillet the salmon. It's just so smooth. And now another big fight happening in the middle lane. They are aiming for the anti-mage, but he's gonna be easily jumping out.
'Tis mine.
Well, from there we'll see
Dire are scanning.
what IAP's response is going to be. Maybe they resort to some split pushing. You know, AM always fine in the kind of split push games, but their late game, they're, you know, not the worst still, like with some of these items coming up. Ember Acronyms, we've seen what it can do. Yopaj on Boom, one of the kind of big players who loves to go for this build. You get the Ags, and later on you can even get a Refresher if you want. You can just do crazy damage and insane mobility in a team fight. So there's still some hope for them in the late game, but they need to just kind of wait out this Aegis, it feels like, or find a fight where they ignore the Monkey King and deal with him last.
Ignore the Monkey King seems
Dire's top tower
not be a good idea, bro. I mean, Monkey King can easily destroy all the back line, and once your formation is lost, it's pretty much just group up again. I mean, in Dota 2 these days, I play supports a lot, and I found myself in so many times that I'm being chased away from the fight and die alone quietly in some corner of the map without using any single spells. So yeah, and it feels like that the hero that chased me the most is this guy, Monkey King. All right.
Oh yeah, he can be everywhere and will just move wherever he wants. AM does have this annoying Ag Scepter, but it's really all it's been. He went for it as his third item, and it feels like at times it's annoying, but it never really does anything that super impactful.
What do you think he could change to be better in this situation?
I mean, most of it has just come down to the fights his team has chosen.
Oh, Ravage comes out, and then team up with the multiple cases. They kill that Azura real fast with no buyback, so he can kind of come back and help his teammate. Another Ravage, refresh a Ravage. They kill that Varus. This might be the time that they turn around. IAP trying to chase, and the Aghanim Scepter use in every single bit. It's worth it. Man, did you see how far they can chase? And it's a triple kill for Bard. Just when we thought the game is pretty much over and going on Monkey King's way. We're gonna come back from Team IAP. That's the first line. He's gonna come back full HP, full mana, but this line doesn't have a BKB, so he's gonna be quite easy taken down by the whole crew of Team IAP, and they're just gonna push the tower, forcing the buyback out of the course. Let's see if they can.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was thinking. His team has already lost the fight. He's 1 versus 5, and he just sticks around. Maybe he doesn't realize there's a ward there to scout him out, but IAP will happily take the Monkey King, his Aegis, take the 2 lives, push down the mid lane. There is buybacks on Army Geniuses.
Oh no.
So we'll see.
Such a big loss in this one.
Yeah.
Man, big loss. I mean, normally when a team loses big in this stage of the game, they won't be able to come back. This is a taste of the mentality of Team Army Genesis.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Try and risk it and go high ground. They say, let's play it slow and safe. Let's back up. I think they realized the key to the fight was, of course, these Ravages. Having double Ravage, particularly the first one where you kill this Void Spirit before he BKBs. And that's the Tidehunter's job. Blink on this Void Spirit and Ravage, and hope Azura is not fast enough to either BKB or dissimulate. If you catch Azura's Void Spirit, you win the fight.
Oh.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Sounds to be easy. Yeah.
Really easy.
But I mean,
that's why they're the pros and not us.
Yeah. God damn, he danced like a flamenco dancer. It's not that easy to catch a void spirits, and they are about to show us how easy they can catch a void spirit with the rolling thunder in, jumping in for that Monkey King, and turn the BKB, keep on attacking, about to do the back smash. Ryris actually the first one to go down. He bought back right away. Lion back to the scene. They need all the earth fights and all the mini things from that Lion. Still gonna buy back though for 2 cores of Team Army says, so I don't think it will end right here, but it seems to be a very big advantage for Team
Dire's bottom
IAP.
tower is under attack.
And now they've got the Ravage back, 2 Ravages back, so now they may go for that high ground push. Matthew perfectly positioned. His Snapfire was far enough away, dropping in the kisses. Monkey King had to BKB, and then once BKB wore down, Ember jumped in. He waited to use his BKB to initiate, set up a nice AM ultimate. The Mana Void really took like half of Monkey King's health away.
I am totally agree. I love the way Matthew positioned himself. I'm not always seeing him in a team fight, but the next thing I know, I see all like something like a tier 3 from a long range, dropping down, dealing the decent damage. So they might have to do something with that. But I am not sure if that's going to be too late, because Team IAP now starts striking on the second set of racks. Army Genesis need to defend. Going in, trying to set up with the U-Scepter, follow up with the other spike though. But hey, moving in for Jonathan, the BKB, no buyback for Varys, he just did it. The first Ravage already comes up, it was a great dodge by Asura, but I wonder if they can defend that second set of rack. This rack is pretty crucial. They go in with a rolling thunder and everything, turn the BKB for Void Spirit, but he was not in the soul bind. Attacking, fighting toe-to-toe time, and the second Ravage comes out, perfect positioning, no buyback. And it's going to be the second set of rack, of course, turn the Wukong command. They're trying to defend the range racks with the buyback of that Rubik. Still keep in place for Void Spirit, still in the graveyard. And now he's being forced to do the buyback because his teammate being pushed into the mid-tier 4 tower. They slash that Rubik down, no buyback. Only 2 beats of 4. Can they do it? Asura trying to force the enemy away. Got that Monkey King, but he still can buy back. But no need. It's a GT call from Team Army Genesis. IAP took game 1.
The game to start off this series.
Crazy.
Yeah, I think the big thing that changed in the late game is this AM just got a whole lot tankier. He found the Elven Tunic as his tier 3 item, so he got some evasion against Monkey King, and then he finished the Skadi. And once he got tanky enough, like that fight around the Ancients where the game was kind of won,
Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to DPCC Division 2 Winter Tour 2021-22 by Beyond the Summit. Oh, this is the match between Team Army Genesis versus IAP in the best of 3 series. We are in the second game with me, Cyclops, and Bones. Hello there.
Hello, Cyclops.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
All G, man. Yeah, you know, getting
like
to watch all these intense games from the Southeast Asia Dota, it's just present. It's just
remaining.
like Christmas gift to me. Yeah, it's perfect,
5
man.
seconds remaining.
It was nice. Like you had the games before the holidays, and there was like a nice little holiday break. You know, you got a little like, oh, you know, some time with family and stuff, or to play some Dota yourself, and then we come back and 3 more weeks. So. It's been amazing to follow. I mean, that's like what's crazy is Division 1 and Division 2 have both been so good to watch. Usually it's like, oh, you know, Division 2, there are some weak teams, but for SDA, it feels like there's so many good teams in it.
Yeah, especially for the second half of the season, it's getting more tough for everyone. Every single game means a lot. There's no space for, it's okay, bro. We still got a long way to go. It's all about this is our last chance. We have to win this one no matter what it takes. Especially for Army Geniuses right now, they got no choice. If they lose this, then I think they got no chance.
I think if they lose this,
then they have to.
They can be in the tiebreaker. If they lose this and IAP lose. Actually, no, you're right. Maybe you're right, actually.
5 seconds remaining.
Not sure, but
because they will be 1-6 and 4-9-6, and IAP will play it, and they'll both be 1-5, and one of them will win. So yeah, actually, I think you're right. If they lose this, they are eliminated. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it was a little bit harder for Team Army Genesis. Okay. Meanwhile, InterActive Philippines, I think the advantage is they're playing less game than Army Genesis and 496, and they got. Like I said, they got everything in their hands. If they win both series, which is they already halfway into the first one, they survive.
Yeah,
it's a big comeback. I mean, if they survive, I would just bring all the teammates. Hey, come on, man, let's go to some Shabu place, and I'll pay for all. This needs to be celebrated.
Yeah. Usually you celebrate getting first place. In DPC, it's you celebrate not getting eliminated and relegated. So, given the position they're in, you know, they have a 1-game lead. But, it is the same story for IAP, where if they lose the best of 3, they are guaranteed bottom 2. So whoever loses this series is getting relegated. I think there is a chance to maybe requalify. I think the bottom 2 teams can play the qualifiers for the next season still. So maybe they stay in Division 2. Not 100% sure how that works, but you don't want to have to requalify. You want to, you know, keep your slot.
Yes, true.
Dire team back.
Kunkka and Outworld Destroyer in the first 2 for Team IAP, and Mars and Weaver in Army Genesis. From all the heroes that they have picked, we can see how serious they are to win this game.
Radiant team back.
Yes, Mars Weaver, very solid opener. Just Weaver in general is this very pesky support that isn't fun to play against right now, and a lot of heroes getting through, because I think OD's another look on the other side, and OD, same story. This hero nobody likes to play right now, play against. It's so strong. Once you get that Meteor Hammer, nobody can really lane against you unless you have a hero sitting behind to cancel the Meteor Hammer. So it's a good opener for both teams, really.
Yes. Off lane, the mid lane first for Team IAP. The rest seem to be
5 seconds.
I'm not sure reviewing the first 2 calls first is going to be a good idea, but I think they already thought about this one. Army Genesis, I think they have to improve the way in team fight, especially for the team communication, that they they have to communicate better in terms of whether they're gonna take this fight or not. Because there were so many times that one guy took it and the rest just run away. So it ends with one free death or or all committed in, but the core is not there.
Radiant
Like
team
the rest
banned.
die and the core survive. Either way, not good.
No, agreed. Well, we'll see where these teams go from here. Both teams, maybe the Weaver almost certainly support, but other than that, mostly teams are picking up the core heroes to start. So Kunkka can be mid or carry.
10
OD will probably be the
seconds
off lane. Mars the off lane. So both
Dire
teams
team
actually
banned.
prioritizing picking up the non-supports to start off this draft, which means now the supports get banned
Dire
out.
team pick.
No Rubik, no Bane.
Batrider even gone. I think the reason that the ban Batrider out because they played against Batrider I think
Radiant
6
team
days
pick.
ago in some matches for
Mirana.
Army Genesis, and it was a bad game for them. So
Okay.
they don't want to deal with that again, and they come in with a Mirana. Other than team MTG
Radiant
or
team pick.
Mid, I didn't see any team pick Mirana these
Dire
days.
team pick.
Yeah, I've seen maybe only 1 or 2 picks, but usually very uncommon. It's picked in the 4 position when you can lane it with the offlaners who have the stun, so you can do like the spear into arrow combo, some kind of combo with the offlane. But it's a hard
10
hero because
seconds
usually the
remaining.
Mirana wants to roam mid a lot and go for more of the ganking plays, and that leaves the
5
offlaner a bit more
seconds
vulnerable.
remaining.
So we'll see how they kind of manage that one, but maybe it's just a comfort pick a bit for Army Geniuses. And for IAP, they get Death Prophet Tiny. I love Death Prophet. This hero has been like the breakout support hero over the last few weeks since coming back from the new year. It's been picked up in a ton of the games in China DPC and SEA. It's been winning games as in the support role. I think we saw it 2 games in a row yesterday. So
Yes.
Death Prophet support is really strong.
Spirit Siphon and all the stuff, and also having the Exo system to push tower and the Aegis. That's crazy. The way the people just figure it out. Hey, let's use this guy as a support, man, and get another greedy pick.
What their last hero is going to be. The Tiny also probably support. It's not the common 4 position, but usually that's where you want to play. And I think OD is strong enough in the offlane that a hero like Tiny is a pretty good kind of option to go, because something OD
Radiant
doesn't have is
team
that like,
banned.
yeah, the Astral Hammer combo is some good catch like early to mid game, but it's not like super reliable as like an initiation tool later on. So Tiny is going to bring that where you can blink in, toss somebody back, and have some more reliable stuns.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
10
since
seconds
Team Army
remaining.
Genesis only left position 1 hero, which is gonna belong to DB.
5 seconds
Best
remaining.
DB heroes
Dire
is actually
team banned.
Ricky with 61.82% win rate. And Team Army Genesis is the only team in Southeast Asia that's still running a Nature Prophet as position 1 with 61.70% win rate.
Yeah.
Well, if it's TB for DB,
10 seconds
man,
remaining.
he's not playing this hero well. He only have 40% win rate. But if it's a Juggernaut for DB in this game, that is the highest percent win rate that he has at 72.5% win rate. So that's still a lot in the pool. We still don't know
10
what they're gonna
seconds
pick for
remaining.
DB.
That's don't lie. So
5 seconds
perhaps it should be the
remaining.
Juggernaut they go
Radiant
for.
team pick.
Jug not bad
Ricky?
against OD because you can Blade Fury the hammer combo. Ricky, I just don't think Ricky's good. I would be very surprised to see the Ricky just because that hero feels very weak. I think you need something that scales
10
though and
seconds
takes
remaining.
like objectives. Like Troll Warlord looks kind of good here for Army Geniuses, I
5
think.
seconds remaining.
Ooh.
Also, I guess IAP probably picking a carry, unless they want to do Kunkka carry, but Kunkka mid versus Quap sounds fine, particularly now that the Puck and TA have banned. I think you're running out of mid lane options to play into the Queen of Pain, unless there's like maybe a Lena could work, but I don't know. Lena Kunkka, the scaling's there. It wouldn't be the worst.
Troll is not bad because Team IAP just lost to a Troll Warlord of Team Summit Gaming in the Game 2 of the Best of 3 series. Yeah, they're being destroyed by Troll. So maybe history repeats itself on this one. Genesis, have you ever seen DB playing Troll? I don't see that much.
No, it's not a big hero of his, but it's one of those here. I don't feel like it's like a super hard hero to play. It does maybe take some understanding of how and when to use the ultimate. But I think most carry plays these days, like you have to be flexible and able to play a big hero pool. We saw it, you know, most notably with Yotaro at TI, with Team Spirit playing all these different heroes, because carries often get the last pick. And we'll go for the Lena I mentioned. So looking like they'll do Lena mid versus Queen of Pain and Kunkka in the safe lane.
I'm really happy with the IAP lineup. I don't know. I feel like it's quite balanced. It's got everything. It got the nuke damage from the Avalanche and Tots and the Laguna Blade. It has the physical damage from Kunkka and all the setup, X-Mark, Torrents, and all those stuff. Right click from our Destroyer, and ability to pushing towers from Dead Prophet and Lena. This is one of the best lineup that I have seen IAP picked in this tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, it's solid. It doesn't have any big weaknesses. And what will Army Geniuses get? PA. That's the other carry I had on my mind. I saw this Lena come out. I'm like, okay, Troll may be less good, but PA, you can jump the backlines, kill some of these squishy heroes. Yeah, it seemed like the best carry left in the pool.
But you pick a PA against Tiny and also got the Outworld Destroyer. Yeah,
tough lane. And just tough. The early game will be hard for DB. I think the nice thing going for him is Weaver is one of the better supports these days. So maybe the lane can go okay. Particularly, there's some synergy. You know, the bugs on people lowers the armor, so PA can do more damage. It's not the worst lane, but once OD gets Meteor Hammer, then the lane becomes so difficult for the PA.
Your favorite item.
10 seconds remaining.
Meteor Hammer, yeah. So I'm happy to see all the OD picks because it's always
I know, right?
it always is Meteor Hammer. It's the only item you can get on OD.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. All right, let me change scene. Looking good. Oof, can't wait.
Same. Excited to see if, you know, this is it. Elimination at stake. These two teams don't want to get knocked out of Division 2.
So, will that be Game 3? You go first.
Ooh. Let's see. Chemo Death Prophet. It's got a... Ooh. I
hard, right?
I think both teams got drafts and heroes they're pretty happy with. I think it's going to be 2-0, actually. I would favor like 60% IAP. I think we'll win.
I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty much the same as you. 60%. I kind of like the IAP draft a lot, but we'll see when it's going to the game and all the execution.
Battle for relegation. We'll see how Army Geniuses can bounce back.
Mars. At least AG got one of the best hero in the game now, Mars. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the game. This is going to be a super important game, especially for Team Army Genesis. IAP on the Radiant side, Chemo on the Dead Prophet, Escort, Outworld Destroyer, Yona on the Lena, Matthew on Tiny, and Marv on Kunkka. Leaving the AG side to you, my man.
AG, we have Varus on Weaver, Azura playing Queen of Pain, Womi playing Mars, Lim playing Mirana, and DB playing Phantom Assassin.
Phantom Assassin. We have seen the Phantom power yesterday from the stage. And it's just so OP, man. Everywhere he touch is becoming a gold. Like jump on anyone. gone.
30 seconds to battle.
It should probably be the Battle Fury build again. I think that seems to be the go-to way to play PA these days. Every PA in SEA is going for it. So that means they're the greedy ones, whereas IAP are the ones who can be more aggressive. The Meteor Hammer on OD, Kunkka, you just go tanky items. You've got built-in cleave, so you know there's no Battle Fury. This hero is going to go like BKB and stuff and just look to fight. Lena wants to go BKB, Boots of Travel, fight with like a Silver Edge maybe. So IAP, they'll be the aggressive ones after the lane stage.
All right, coming in quite deep. Yeah, it's a great start for Team Army Genesis, taking out 3 body runes from both sides.
Yep.
Ooh, haha. So in the middle lane, Yona, Lena versus the Queen of Pain, a classic matchup once again. These two heroes meeting up so many times in mid, and it always ends up with a kill at level 6.
I'm curious to see who gets the better. This mid lane is a fun one to watch. We saw last game.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, with the spirits this time around, Lena co-op two more classic mid laners.
Yes, agree. And also on top lane, it's gonna be a pretty hard fight between two sides as well. Because of some aggressive baby sitter like Weaver, weaving around with the Chuguchi, dealing damage.
Weaver did a good job finding the sentry, so his lane gets a lot easier when they can't hit him during Shikuchi. If he can just Shikuchi in to harass and use it to also escape, then it's great. So having the sentry advantage is the important thing with this lane. He even brings out a second sentry early.
I hate when they're doing a lot of Shikuchi on me. It's so annoying. We just have to guess too where he gonna land so we can have a little bit of attack on him. And look at that, the reads. So Matthew trying to stop the backline, stop PA from last hitting the creeps by using the avalanche, but he also needs to be careful. That's what I'm talking about, going straight in, and IAP, it's got falls. Oh dear. Man, that was pretty. Wait, check. Hello, Gosh, you there? Alright, wait. Alright.
Denied.
Alright. Back to the game, ladies and gentlemen. Say hi to all the guys in the chat room. Feel free to just tuning in and share the stream out, because this game, this series is so important for both sides. It was a great start for Army Genesis, having DB farming pretty okay on top and get the first blood out of Escort. In the first game, Escort playing Tide Hunter, and it's completely different kind of off-laner. Tide Hunter is super solid, but Escort on the Outworld Destroyer is more about assist and also dealing damage at the same time. And also the Astral Imprisonment can be used to save.
Oh, sorry, I'm back. I missed First Blood.
Haha! I never missed a First Blood in my life. And the First Blood actually belongs to top lane. Yeah, Varys. It just keep Shiguchi until he gets the kill. With the help of DB as well. DB jumping on the target and it just thumbs up some damage.
Yeah, I think that the sentry battle, as mentioned earlier, it can make the lane.
Yes.
It just changes so much of the lane.
Many thanks.
And now the PA level 3, you've got Orb of Venom.
Oh, look at in the middle lane. It is gonna be a fatal fight between the two. Asura knows that he's not gonna make it, so he just decided to leave it halfway. It was so close on top, back as well. Matthew gets smashed. Yona, get on! Oh my God!
Wasn't too bright.
Oh.
He blinked
Man.
and he needed to blink to the high ground. There's misses.
I didn't even know where to focus, because on top is also some crazy fire as well. Yeah. It's the let me check. Got the kill as well. Yeah, I think Varys got the kill out top lane. And meanwhile on top, another action they're aiming for Edgard. Once he popped the magic wand and then he gained all the HP back. Varys, he might have to sacrifice his life for that. Varys got away. Got away.
That went away.
He actually got away for Varys, and Then
Yeah.
they lost the
Dire's
Lina
top
in the middle
tower
lane as
is under
well.
attack.
Oh, this poor Lina struggling a little bit now. Did get the kill earlier on the Queen of Pain, but it's Quap who kind of comes back to lane, and see how this Lina can do from here.
Almost 5 minutes in, I'm gonna show you guys who's leading on the network. It looks like Mars doing pretty well on bottom lane for AG. Well, can we say that AG is winning every lane in the first 5 minutes of the game?
At least they're definitely winning the Mars lane. I mean, looking at the CS, the PA, yeah, I'd say every lane except maybe mid is a bit more even. I guess let's, yeah, net worth on mid is pretty even, but the other two lanes, absolutely.
All the chain stunners from Team IAP, I think it will be paid off after this, but not now, maybe at least not in the first 10 minutes of the game. But if you're not playing the early game well, that means DB gonna have such a great time and his item will come very fast. He probably gonna get the Battle Fury at the minutes of 18.
Yeah, PA is not quite the AM level of get like a 12-minute Battle Fury, but that's partly because PA is a better early game hero and can actually get kills. This DB PA is 2-0 and 1. And getting this early Orb of Corrosion and some treads, maybe a magic wand before Battle Fury is always worth it on PA because you can threaten to get the kills.
Dire's middle tower is
Yeah,
under attack.
true. And now he's getting free farm on top. Started to just moving out of the lane. And I think Escort had a lack of confidence after he lost, after he died for 2 times, getting ganked by Varys in the lane. So he's not just gonna go into the creep wave against the PA, even though they are on 1v1 situation.
Yeah. This is maybe the problem with the tiny support is it's a pretty weak lane. They are going to beat the Lina in top. Astral, Yona, he's going to haste her. He wants his kill.
Laguna Blade, is that going to be enough to kill DB? He tries so hard to stay. Oh, Sonic Web in the face!
Oh, that
timing.
is so bad. Yeah, the Lina TP's in with a haste room, but the Quap TP's as well. Oh, DB juking his way out of it. That is so bad for IAP. This lane is going... And when you pick OD, the most important thing for this hero in terms of how his game goes is his meteor hammer timing. And it's 0-2. He's not having a good lane. It's bad news for IAP.
I mean, imagine if you are in the Dota 2 game and you are actually in the Dota 2 world and then getting Sonic Wave in the face. Your face would be so red.
Like being put in a microwave.
Oh, yeah. My God.
Step light.
Kunkka.
Kick wave of sound. Okay.
True. Kunkka seems to
doing?
be the only one who playing quite safe in the IAP team right now. Still no day, but I mean, compare his net worth to Mars, I kind of worry about, because Womi is supposed to have a very low net worth, but he has even high net worth than Kunkka.
One of the reasons why Mars is popular is he doesn't seem to lose his lane ever. As long as you put him with a pretty solid
Radiant's
support,
top
Mirana
tower
does
is
his
under
job.
attack. Radiant's courier has been killed.
Yeah, and especially the Mars with the at the moment item set, he has the Hem Iron Will, the Soul Ring, which is 15 armors in total, so impossible to take him down by physical damage. On top, Escort.
Still no meteor hammer. Usually you're hoping to get this at 7 minutes. Really good game, you get it like 5 or 6. Bad games, you're getting it maybe at, 9 minutes is a pretty slow bad timing, and I'm not even sure if he's going to get it at 9 minutes. Helped out though, does get a keen optic, which is, cast range is one of the most important things for OD, so additional cast range on the Astral will be nice, but is not the start he wanted.
Talking about OD a little bit, is it a hard hero to play when the game is behind?
It could be okay. I think it's not going to feel behind soon because when he gets the meteor hammer, he's going to be a lot stronger than the PA. Like PA wants to go Battle Fury, so as long as he's got heroes backing him up, it's okay. But he can't just play up and top by himself.
Right now, it seems like he's having some internet problem as well. Sum it up with the poor early game. I think the IAP supporter needs to be worried about this lane. KK.
Yeah. They get some time to kind of talk things through, and I mean, for them, they're going to slow it down. Like, they've, at least outside of maybe the OD, OD and Kunkka perhaps can play together, but Lena's going to kind of become their carry in some ways, like Boots of Travel, BKB, probably some Silver Edge to break against the PA. Definitely becomes more of the Kunkka's job to fight early on. He probably wants to try get a couple more levels because X marks the spot is like their initiation, and just level 1, the cast range is very low, so... but once he gets, like, you know, a couple points in X marks the spot, he can rotate and make some ganks too.
Radiant are scanning.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, back to the game. 9 minutes in. Oh, a little bit too deep for Barret. It's gonna need to drop the ultimate, just finish him off. Hey, worth it. I mean, Barret is all at the bottom lane, some fight happening as well. Sonic Wave Azula is on killing spree.
Yep. Is Queen of Pain 3-1. The one death in lane was a bit unfortunate with the uphill misses, but he has bounced back since then, and top of the net worth, having a very, very good time.
Got everything under control, it seems, for Team Army Genesis. I think maybe it's time to just take up top tier 1 tower by wrapping up, win a team fight first, and then get a tower as well. Okay, maybe that's the reason why they started fight on top. This is going to be the first big team fight with an arrow hit on that Lena, stop him from doing anything. DB, the first one will be taken down by IAP, doing a very good job, but all of them stuck in Arena of Blood, and I don't think they will go out alive. It's a 2-for-1 trade. Let's take a look at the fight recap. Is it worth? No.
No, yeah, no. I think, yeah, and it's the Lena dying is the big problem. They to me, it's like Lena is the one that really needs to be getting some good farm right now. They're having the Kunkka farm Ancient, so that's going to get him some of those needed levels to get higher X marks the spot, but I'm still worried for IAP.
Yeah, especially Azura having such a great time in this game on killing spree and got everything he needs, and he even go for the first item BKB. See how serious he is to win this game. Chemo, turn on the Spirit Siphon and just teleport away. Smart way to move away from the tanker. It's got now finally got the Meteor Ham and also a Bravo.
Yep.
Radiant
I think we're seeing one of the nice... The Mirana. Oh, hold that thought. Mirana getting ganked top.
Sending in some good shit. Perfect. And Lim is out. After that, I think they're gonna die for that Varus. Moonlight Shadow being popped before Mirana goes down. So that kind of saved Varus in a bit.
Yep.
But I don't think that
would
be safe for the tower, yeah.
Yeah. Part of the idea behind this Mirana maybe is that against the OD hammer, like you if you see the OD Astral and about to meteor hammer someone, you can always arrow to cancel it.
Yeah.
Doesn't pay off. You need to make sure you're not the one getting caught and initiate on, which is what happens there. So, in the world, Matthew up top catches Weaver.
Is that gonna be enough? Oh no, yeah, that's the
Radiant's bottom
as well.
has fallen.
He just didn't quite get the meteor hammer out fast enough. If he times it perfectly, he doesn't get a chance to time lapse there.
Yeah, it's not that easy to use. I use it once, just once in my life, and then I never buy it again. It's too hard for me to time all these.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Doing a pretty good job for Team IAP, even though the game score seems to be like far behind, and also the network, but they still managed to get some towers, which is quite important to stop the farmers, which is Phantom Assassin.
Yep, they're kind of bringing it back. Chemo's not level 6 on Death Prophet yet. That's kind of a result of how bad their lanes win, is that some of their heroes are a bit under leveled and underfarmed. With Exorcism, perhaps they can pressure this mid-tier 1 tower, particularly when they've got Meteor Hammer as well in their team. And a Kunkka who's very strong right now. I gotta imagine that he's gonna want to fight. He's got Boots of Travel, so going for a greedier build on Marb.
Their Prophet is really a hero dependent, a level dependent hero. I think he will be on full performance around level 8.
Yeah, you really want to get like all your spells, even whether you're support or core. Like he wants to level up the silence. You know, it's an AoE silence that goes up to 6-second duration. So early on, it's great. It's Spirit Siphon as well, another amazing spell. So see if you can find a way to get those levels. It's hard when you're the support. You can't really skill everything.
Pair to Mirana by Lim. I think Lim doing slightly better than the other two from the IAP side in terms of farming. And right now, yeah, hit smoke led to some kills on Headscott. That's a big kill.
Yep, he rushing the Blink Dagger. A lot of different Mars builds. Sometimes they rush BKB, don't get the Blink. Sometimes the Armlet. This time around, it's just we need catch. We need to be able to create space for the PA by playing aggressive, because Swap had such a good start. They want to keep fighting, so I like the Blink Rush.
Are you kind of surprised with Kunkka going for the Boots of Travel?
I am. Yeah, I'm not a. And by surprise, like I'm not a big fan of this. I think it's like a little too greedy. It's just not an item that makes you any stronger. It kind of allows you to play greedier and get more farm and play all over the map. But I don't think that's the Kunkka's job. I feel like that's more the Lena's job. I wouldn't have minded Yona on Lena going to travel, but...
Alright, Timo turns the Exorcism and is going to dive into the mid-tier 1 tower, setting up Arena of Blood Tower is shooting on who? Shooting on Matthew, tanking all the damage as a Tiny and perfect for them. It's a trade though. Chemo is out, Varys is out as well. It's a trade as a support. And so many skills and ultimates has been used. Escort using the Astral Imprisonment on the attack.
Step lively now. Your admiral
And I don't think they will likely to go in again.
And both teams using most of their ultimates there. Queen of Pain holding onto an illusion rune. Heads up play from her to make sure that you can use that to escape out of some kind of initiation like that. It really helped her out. They get hit by the silence after the illusion, but just having that quick dispel is just so valuable early on. DB on the PA.
Crazy Matthew, even though he has low HP, he's still gonna go in and try to gang, and it's gonna Matthew himself and also his teammates going down. Oh my goodness. What a crazy play it is by Team IAP. I mean, you could have just go back to the fountain, regen first, and...
Step lively now.
Oh no, man.
Is on board.
I think because they knew the PA was there because they had a ward down, but it was a bit crazy. And then OD making the big misclick, Astral the Ancient instead of the PA. But even if I think that Astral on the PA, I don't think they kill it. PA was full health. I don't think they kill PA, and those Army Genius heroes are always going to counterplay you. Mid lane, big fight unraveling.
Yeah, Yona get it back. Killing spree broken on that. Yo, whoa, mate. Next one's gonna be Varys. Whoa. Looks like both sides just taking turn, doing some big mistake here.
Yeah. Too aggressive. Kunkka's and Lena, Kunkka especially, really good hero to punish like over aggression, and this mid tower, if they're taking this, is a really big one to get.
Yeah. Not underestimate the power of Kunkka, man. I mean, I feel like this is not a usual Kunkka that want to go for something tanky item build. You want to go for a full damage with the boots of travels and stuff. Yep. On the way to the Daedalus.
Step lively now.
Do you remember back then when we see a lot of Daedalus on just one Kunkka?
Oh, the Daedalus with like the silver edge, and you just come out of invis and crit everyone.
Yeah.
Or go blink, like you X yourself, then blink in and try and get a crit. The late game Kunkka with Daedalus is always a lot of fun to see. I'm sad we don't see it as much anymore. Or like the Divine Rapiers even.
Yeah, taken back to 2014, ladies and gentlemen. Then Prophet got caught. Asura is unstoppable.
Yep. Chemo, I wish we were in 2014. He was like one of the best Filipino captains in Dota at that time. Nowadays, back, you know, then, he's trying to struggle to stay alive in Division 2. He's like one of those older players that just, you know, he's so passionate about Dota. Like this team itself is like a passion project for him. Like he doesn't want to give up playing, even though he's an older guy. He's got a family. I think he's got at least one kid. I want to say even like he has 2 kids maybe. But he's still playing Dota competitively. It's really impressive.
Yeah, really impressive. Like what we thought during the last session, that in Philippines, Dota is becoming a national sport and also becoming a way of life for the Philippines player. Matthew on a smoke. He might find some target here. A Sora jump away. He might find Womi, but that's not an easy target. Not a soft target to them. DP is even ready for the fight. Throwing in some stifling that deals 620 damage against that Matthew. What did he have?
Yeah.
Gold from my chest.
Well, there's Matthew. He gets his Blink Dagger out. So this is the item IAP had perhaps been waiting for, is this Blink Dagger Tiny. So now they've got this initiation. I don't know if this has been scouted out yet either.
All right, it's time to go in Avalanche, but cannot toss anyone back. Matthew was a little bit too slow.
Yeah, a bit too slow and a bit too far away.
X-Matter spot the torrent. Yeah, he hit on the Queen of Pain.
Corpo's already forced to use the BKB once just because of an Astral Meteor Hammer. So we'll see if they can keep trying to bait out this Queen of Pain BKB. Usually it's been this Sanjin Kaya build, but against this draft... Current mid.
Oh,
caught Varus.
Trying to get that Varus. But this is a good thing of having a Weaver as the support, because he is so hard to kill. Setting up Arena of Blood, Luna Blade, finally kill that Varus. Sonic Wave pushing in. Matthew still there. Finally he goes down because of the back of Varus. It's a trade. 2 supports die. 4v4 Exorcism still alive. Chemo, does he want to go back in again? No.
Under attack.
I mean, if this thing keep happen, I think the one who get the benefit the most is DB.
Yep, 100%. Because IAP, they're fighting with 5 heroes, and Army Geniuses, they're only fighting with these 4 heroes. DB is just free farming away on his PA elsewhere. Almost has the Deso, which is kind of like, this is like the slower PA build where it's like greedier, you go Deso instead of BKB. So that means Army Geniuses are not worried about this game like going late game and not fight. They're happy to wait and fight later.
After this, if they get the Desolator, he can easily kill someone with a Stifling Dagger. 30%, 40% HP target. One Stifling, gone. And now, it seems like Day Prophet gonna get caught. Chemo is out. Maybe because of the vision just now.
Yeah, he tried to de-ward, but no luck. DB, uh-oh.
Can they kill DB before the support comes in? No, the support comes in just in time, and it seems to be a disaster for Team IAP. They spread it out, they need to find way back home. But Matthew gonna get caught. It will be slowed down with a Stifling Dagger. He sacrificed himself for Marb.
Yeah, he blinked in like, I'm just going to make sure Marb gets out. I'll happily blink into 3 heroes. Lena's farming on the top side of the map. So in the end, I mean, not killing the PA because they don't feel good about, but
oh no, Arena of Blood. They are about to catching another call of Team IAP. Edgard walking away. He's still hanging around waiting for Lena to just come down. He turned the BKB, but he can't be safe on all the physical damage of the Phantom Assassin. Chemo needs to walk it back. 4-man IAP grouping up to the middle lane. Nothing happened.
I was meant to have this.
Both teams, you know, one team using some big spells like the Arena, the other having to use BKBs, so end result is a bit of a nullified. But it's Army Geniuses who continue to get more and more farm on this PA. Whereas Lena Kunkka, we'll see how well they can scale. They're going to have some Silver Edges soon. Looks like they're both going Silver Edge, Kunkka and Lena, so they're going to have 2 Silver Edges. Kunkka's going to need to beat AB before he's well and truly like ready to like frontline in any fight. And Lena, with this Silver Edge, starts to get pretty scary.
Oh. 8 to 17 games for half HP.
Structures are fortified.
Mid lane. Oh, okay. It looks like Asgard is going to run away from all the bucks and
Under attack.
stuck in Spears of Mars. Varus got him. Oh, yeah, man, it's too easy. Kills on top. Army Genesis got everything under control, and now they're going straight for the Roshan pit. Get the first ages of the game.
IAP just being too greedy, trying to farm too much. They're trying to push a tier 2 tower just with OD and Death Prophet ultimate with Exorcism. Like, Army Geniuses don't really want to play up top, but when you use Exorcism on tier 2 tower, they'll come and fight you, particularly when it means they get themselves a free Roshan. So DB has an Aegis, he's level 18, so max out ultimate. Some big crits going to be coming out, and his
Dire's
BKB not
bottom
far
tower
away.
is under attack. Radiant's top
Let's
tower
take a look
is
at the
under
talent
attack.
tree of DB. He went for 12% life steal instead
Radiant's
of
top tower
Phantom
has
Strike
fallen.
cast range. Yes,
Dire's bottom
indeed.
tower has fallen.
I mean, it's super obvious that you gotta go for the life steal.
Radiant's
Yeah,
top
sometimes
tower is under
at level
attack.
10 I see PA get the Stifling Dagger cooldown. I actually often see it more often, so I'm a little surprised by that, but it's a very small, minor difference. Like, you know, your level 2
Dire's
talents, which one you get
bottom
often,
tower is under attack.
isn't going to change your game too much. But 5k gold lead and Army Geniuses 11 kill advantage, Aegis advantage, late game advantage. Seems like they've got a lot of advantages going their way, and it's up to IAP to, at some point soon, make a move.
Well, the game, it's completely different from what I thought. Well, they're all doing a big smoke. This might turn things around though. Here we go with Arena, and everything is aimed on that Kunka. Nice save by using Astral Imprisonment. He's gonna be back. He seems super healthy for that mob, but he just keeps turning his back on everything, and then he does up doing a single damage. The Wraith needs to retreat. Chemo doing some sprint siphon, saving his teammate. He sacrificed himself, staying in the middle of the fight, and he will go down. That in the end, it's 2 down for Team IAP.
The
Radiant's
Kunka
middle tower
boat
is under
rum
attack.
saves the Lena. Lena's dead if not for
Radiant
the
structures
boat
are
buff, so
fortified. Illusion.
good news. Lena gets away. Bad news.
Radiant
You still
are
lost the fight. They didn't take out the Aegis, and
Radiant's middle
IAP
tower
just
has
don't
fallen.
feel like they're clawing their way back into this game. It feels like they're just like delaying the inevitable right now.
Radiant's middle
Like
tower
making
is under attack.
bottom lane. Arrow not gonna land.
Oh man, that's a big fight once again, and it's gonna be Edgard not gonna make it. Definitely die in the tree line. Varys with a mega kill. Seems like the Weaver support is just big thing right from the start. Conquering the lanes and killing in mid games, and now turning himself into one of the core.
Just constantly getting kills wherever they go. Farming some ancients. We'll find Matthew here.
Yeah, they can't go out anywhere right now for Team IAP. Seems like every area under control of Team Army Genesis.
Yep, including top. They're gonna find Yona. That's a dead
Yona
Lena.
is out.
Victory!
6-second BKB, so just, you know, throwing her before she dies, so it doesn't really matter. See what
I mean, this is getting hard, and this is closer and
Radiant's
closer
middle
to game
tower
number
is under
3.
attack.
Yeah.
IAP, I still don't find a way that they could come back in the late game. Back to the bottom lane. Okay, they get some kills.
something.
Yeah, this got Civil Edge, and on the way to a Black King bar.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Their first kill in such a long time. And yeah, BKBs maybe will help things a little bit, but they've got to worry about their high ground. DB on PA. Ready to stop pushing.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top
DB.
tower is under attack.
He's scary. Very scary. Level 20, he's got 85% evasion now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
With a base damage of around 275.
Good luck defending. Marb is clearing out the creep waves, making life a bit harder. PA happy to soak it up though for now. May get the Aegis Force.
Maybe for first
Yeah.
line.
Yeah. Look out, gets X back though.
I'm kind of surprised the PA is not jumping right in because the Agents of Immortal is about to run out. So if I were him, I'm just gonna start the fight right away and call his teammates in.
IAP doing a good job, no one getting like too far forward to give him that opportunity to jump in. If he jumps too far in, then the rest of Army Geniuses maybe get baited in, and that's how you maybe through the game. I don't know. But Army Geniuses playing it safe. You know, as we mentioned, you know, this is the elimination relegation series. Whoever loses his best of 3 is guaranteed to be out of Division 2.
And if you are out of the league,
Dire's bottom tower
imagine
is
you have
under
to
attack.
play through the open qualifiers. That is spooky.
Not a fun
Not
place to be,
fun.
especially in Southeast Asia.
Super stressed, man. I mean, you have to play like 7 or 8 matches in a row, best of 1, just to play in the best of 3 in the last match of the day, which is the BKB set up Arena of Blood. First one gonna go down. He's the Outworld Destroyer. He's still alive though, and he's on the way. He's out, yeah. But it was Matthew in state fall. So let's take a look. If he Army Genesis, getting pinned down to the tree and got slashed down by Womi. X-Manu spot back in. A torrent, but no ghost ship.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Army Geniuses just need some creeps now, maybe. They still don't have a... The age just expired, so it looks like they are just going to back off and farm. I think the team call is probably like, let's just go for kills when they leave the base. But for now, we can play it safe and wait for next Roshan. Like, they'll get the free Aghanim shard. They'll be even more farm then. But they don't want to give IAP the opening to move out of the map.
IAP.
Radiant are scanning.
The fact the team Army Genesis is falling back, they might have to use this opportunity to just manage all the creep wave, make it far as possible, so that they can have more time to farm. What item Mark needs more in order to come back in this game?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure if any item will change things. They'll help. Like getting an AC will be nice, but more than anything, it's going to come down to their team fight plays and execution. They need to maybe do some like blink toss plays, throw people into the base, change some of these heroes before BKB. Like heroes like Quap Mars, whoever they go on, they need to try and burst before they BKB, or they have to outlast the BKBs, which is, you know, not impossible with Ghost Ship that can kind of block a lot of the damage and delay it.
Top Yona also need to be careful, man. He pushes it very far. Quite risky for Yona.
It's out in the end, but as mentioned, Army Geniuses just, you know, they're playing the farm game. Next Roche is up in 20 seconds to 3 minutes from them, so gotta see them just keeping these lanes pushed out.
They got a better cards in the hand for Team Army Genesis. If you want to play a slow game, we are ready to go for a slow game. We can easily beat you at the Roshan pit. That's the reason why we are invading your triangle, trying to find anyone we can here. And I think they found Chemo. Force Chemo back to the base. Oh, just one stippling dagger.
One dagger and I'm die, says Chemo.
1328 damage coming out from a stifling dagger. And that is opening the door to get into the Roshan pit for the second ages of the game. Army Genesis just have to secure the area by placing the observer ward and also the sentry ward. Be fine.
They smoke up though. They, even without the Death Prophet, they want to make a move knowing that Roshan could be up. Find anyone, at least not initially. Do they want to go to the high ground? That seems very risky.
Yes.
Matthew gets the ward though. This could work out for them.
Yeah, they got the high jumping into the high ground. They killed that DB Michelle. He still has to buy back though. They have to wait and see if DB is going to do it. If not, they got a chance to just get these H's.
Unusually, a carry doesn't want to buy back here. Like, you'd rather give up Roach than use buyback on your carry, because if he buys back and dies, you just could throw the game. Like, that's how you just insta-lose. So I think if anything, that may be enough for IAP to get Roach. And what a cool move from them to smoke up. 4 versus 5, Death Prophet's dead. They smoke up, get the high ground ward. Tiny with the initiation because of that what he put down. Like, great plays from Matthew to make that call, and they smoke again. They want to go make another move.
And they catch one more.
They see a 0.
Oh, and the timing was just not right. And Warming moving in for this damage immediately with the Arena of Blood combined with the Sonic Wave, getting punished in the worst way possible.
Yeah, the great counter initiation with Arena Wave. That OD shouldn't be astraling there. The Tiny was about to toss. They need to change some people, and if you astral, you let him BKB.
Avalanche and they're trying to go for the Weaver. Can they get that Momi down? But he was so tanky with all the chips and spell. 300 Titans. Oh my, Momi finally falls. Achua still slashing people as usual. Yona walking away with a very high speed. Need to turn the BKB and to be safe from all the spell, but not going to be safe from all the physical attack. He is dead eventually with no buyback.
Yeah, once they lost the first heroes at the start of that fight, that kind of like re-engaging there, maybe not the best call, but they kind of committed to taking that fight at that point, and that's a really good job by Army Geniuses to not lose Roshan. Making a smoke and taking a fight allowed them time for the PA to respawn and come back in. This PA,
Radiant
oh man,
very, very farmed.
So painful to watch for the IAP side. I mean, that Roshan belongs to them already. It's just some small mistake that they made along the way that make them miss that.
Well, that puts them in a pretty tough spot. They're going to be playing behind again. PA with Aegis is a scary, scary sight. Their late game against the PA is just a little bit lacking.
All the stuff he has the Aghanim Shard, Aghanim Scepter, Fan of Knives. Oh, scary. The base damage of PA is actually 326. If you multiply that, the coup de grace, then oof.
Then it gets scary.
Yeah. We'll see the numbers soon.
Yeah.
11 to 30 game score. Army Genesis just one footstep into the door of the victory. They just have to seal the deal. I'm gonna leave you guys with some buyback status. It seems like the only 3 guys that has a buyback right now is 2 from IAP side, OD and Tiny, and 1 from Army Genesis, Mirana. Meanwhile, the fight about to happen in the middle lane. Matthew didn't know that somebody is there using the Phantom Knight, dealing the decent damage. Matthew is walking away. The first support gone real quick. That second support gone after.
Nope. They can just go straight into the high ground. PA hits level 25 now.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Are doing some good damage, taking out the creeps.
Striking on the mid-tier 3 tower without any resistance of Team IAP.
Radiant's middle tower
Nice
is
job
under
defending.
attack.
Buying time for some of these respawns. Oka's just going to keep trying to make that X play.
Ooh, 1 critical damage and all the creep gone.
Yep. Top lane though, they might lose Lena.
Yeah, some big fight happening on top lane. Lena. Yona. Can he turn the BKB? Oh no, he's out. He still has a buyback. But let's see when. Actually that one cannot blame on him because it's his job to just trying to push out the lane to delay the push. But was a little bit too much.
Worthy tribute.
Oh.
They are waiting for the creep wave. They still got chance to win this one on the high ground, but they need Lena definitely to spam all the light strike array in order to stop. And also the Laguna Blade damage to nuke out that PA. PA now has 2.4k HP ready for the fight. He's still holding on the edges as well. Somebody gotta get, almost get the spears out of the base.
Yeah, they're just trying to, you know, they don't want to use Lena's buyback. They also want to bait out, they want to wait out the Aegis. A minute and a half left, so they're just going to keep throwing spells to delay as much as possible.
Goes in for the PA, he never care.
Yeah. They may have to give up 1 lane of Rax here. 37 minutes in, not the end of the world to lose just the 1 lane of Rax.
Avalanche and Sword delay as much as possible. DB with the fan of dice, dealing the strong damage.
I
Need to be careful when DB gonna jump in with arena of blood. It's out. DB first line gone real quick.
Top tower is under
Very top.
That seems to be a good sign for Team IAP. If they can kill that DB, dropping all the ultimate. He's stumping away. Where is he? He's still in the middle. Drain all the SP back with all critical damage. Fighting at the mid-tier 4 tower. Standing still. Buyback. And now they are forcing back out of it for Team Army Genesis. They might retreat all safe. But Team IAP managed to defend on this one. Chemo still on the exhaust system.
They almost killed the PA a second time. Managed to get the BKB back in just in time.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to. You lose your ace. You've got to get that BKB in right away.
Radiant's middle
Gonna go
barracks
for
is
round
under
2,
attack.
man.
Yeah.
And now they're striking the barracks. They know that there is no exhaust system. Phantom Knights are comes out. They're going super aggressive in front of Tearful. Volmi finish it off. And they have to do the Astral Imprisonment in order to stop the PA from moving forward. They still have to buy back on that counter. He needs to buy out right away. Chemo is out. PA is unstoppable. He is a Terminator. He touched everything in gold. X-minus spot back. In order to slow the group of them, can they kill the PA first? They still not get the barracks. Keep that in mind. Objective is not done yet. Ooh, one splash. Got one support down. X-minus spot and drop all the metal or hammer. Can they kill the PA? But from scene, DB something away. Another Titanic moving in. Walking away. Asura drop is all over. Oh, but DB destroy all the dreams.
All you have to do is
4 blinks away from the Kunkka cleave. They buy back the Lena. And that's enough for Army Geniuses to say, okay, enough's enough. We can breathe.
Oh my.
Both teams they were just holding their breath underwater for that entire fight. And then finally they were just like, okay, we gotta, you know, at some point you gotta go to surface, because that was such a long, drawn out, intense fight. So many buybacks used, and Army Geniuses, they win that fight pretty heavily because of all the buybacks used by IAP. They get a 30k gold lead now.
That is crazy. 30k gold lead, and they didn't even get one single racks. The racks still there, but they burned all the buybacks and the gold.
monster kill.
Oh man, TV. That's just a warding mission from Chemo. Not the
Going on?
biggest kill, maybe.
Yeah, I was about to say, what's going on with the PA these days? These heroes seem to be atomic bomb since yesterday.
Yeah. Winning these games and asserting her will. Having a great time here. You can see the kind of state of the game that this is in for IAP, though. Marb on Kunkka queues up a rapier.
Move quickly.
Down bottom, Womi has to BKB.
Yeah, I think Volmi not. Oh, okay. Tank here there.
They X him back.
Gonna get X-minus.
He's got back
into the ghost ship, but he's still there with a Sonic Wave. His teammate will be saved him. It's probably, I mean, if they lose even one guy, that's gonna be a big damage to Team IAP.
Yeah, and that's a dieback. Lena bought back in the last fight, so dead for 2 minutes. Defending without Lena is tough. That's a huge amount of your damage. And oh, they show top DB. He's on a killing mission. He sees Chemo.
Oh, one stepping dagger. Godlike on DB. Can he 1v2? Well, gotta keep it in mind that Kunkka doesn't have any ball buyback. Ma being chased by DB. If Ma goes out right here, they could call a GG.
Oh, let's go.
Let's go.
Found a new target.
Becoming a new prey, indeed. Throwing all the spells. Matthew being chased in his own base. Matthew not gonna help. Matthew goes down with no buyback as well. It's time to finish the job. It's a matter of time when IAP gonna call it. I think Army Genesis is going to force going straight to tier 4 tower. Oh, DB. Definitely impossible against him, Army Genesis, without Lena and Tiny.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
I think this is just GG here. IAP, they're not calling it, but it looks like there's nothing they can do. They're smoking up.
They might try one more time, return BKB up, and also the exhaust system. Chemo getting slashed. Chemo gone real fast. Womi using Arena of Blood in order to block somebody come out from the fountain. But it won't be for long.
They're just throwing out time lapses for fun. PA just being pulled around by Varus, and
Avalanche to the toss.
I think the throne is going to go down.
inside the barn. Fan of Night, it's just so good to see the PA play. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Army Geniuses tie the series 1-1. We are going to game number 3.
Oh, one game to decide who will be relegated from Division 2. This is it. Winner isn't guaranteed to stay alive, but the loser is guaranteed to be in the bottom. So this is so much stress for these two teams. Now wants to push, and Crystal Maiden. This hero is pretty weak after the laying stage, but you're pretty much only picking this hero because it's a good laner. Like Crystal Nova plus Frostbite early on. It's good at dealing with maybe with an Enchantress creep if you Frostbite it. You can Nova to kill the boars. So good in the lane. Not the greatest in the game, but that's okay. They're not picking it to be this hero that carries them. Like
that's a point. That was a good point that you raised it about, and I also about to say that, hey, I mean, if in case it was actually a Lycan, don't you think that Crystal Maiden would be a food right after the 10 minutes? I mean, it would be very hard for her to consider her movement speeds and stuff might be good in the lane. Yeah, the positioning need to be very perfect to just survive.
Bat Rider.
So
wow,
that's a really good Bat Rider pick. There's 3 melee heroes that may all be core. We don't know if Monkey's 3 position or 4, but either way, Bat Rider can go mid against the Ember, can cause PA problems. You've got a way to disable the PA during BKB, and you see 4 heroes. So you know they could last pick some kind of Legion commander or a Baton, but it seems unlikely or like a hero that wouldn't fit into their draft. So Bat Rider has a pretty free game right now.
Yeah. This lineup of InterActive is Philippines actually remind me some Dota 1 games like 11 years ago. It was Stars Boba in some LAN tournament. You remember Stars Boba?
Yeah.
From Vietnam? They had the Bat Rider, Beastmaster, Enchantress, Shadow Charman, and Dead Prophet, and they pushed the base in the LAN tournament, and that game ended only 8 minutes.
Yeah, I just remember
Crazy,
Boba. They had all the like cheese strats, like they would do all Nature's Prophet, all in like push strats and stuff. They had what was it? The Sassoon was the guy I think on their team. He was like the carry player who would just play all these weird cheese heroes.
Yeah, true that. All right, I can't hardly wait for the last pick from Team IAP. I think it's going to be something surprise. It probably might be the first. Position 1 Nature Prophet, like you mentioned.
What do they want?
5 seconds remaining.
Maybe another hero to put Inkswell on, or I'm curious what the lanes are going to be. Grimstroke and Enchantress, both of them can play either safe lane or off lane support, so it probably just depends what they feel is better. They may want to have the Enchantress dodge the Crystal Maiden lane.
I think Lycan, like you said, is a better choice.
Yeah, maybe they're worried because Lycan is more of the offlane hero now. I think other than Lilgun, it's only being played in the offlane. So maybe they just don't feel like if you go Lycan, you have no late game, which is for some teams kind of scary. So I think they'd rather pick a hero that can give them, some pushing, but also give them late game.
Bro, you come this far already. Look at the first 4 heroes. That's no late game. Definitely. After 30 minutes, you're done for. You just have to go all the way. That's why you pick
the late game, though. That's why. Then you have.
I disagree with you. I would go for like 100% crazy stuff for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see which way they go. They're playing in a PA, so see which carries they have in mind against PA. I mean, they could like Gyrocopter or something.
That's true.
That's kind of like all game, like good in lane, good in mid game, and also good in late game.
Yeah. Oh man, that's not looking good.
Ooh. So yeah, I was surprised to see him. I mean, they pick Bat Rider and just ban out the counters, Abaddon and Legion. These were the 2 heroes I mentioned they don't see on the other team, and they say, well, they could pick them somehow. Like Abaddon support, Legion could offlane with Monkey support. So making sure there's nothing to purge off Lasso, and Army Geniuses pick up Mars. So not sure what they pick into Mars. PA is often a carry you want to play into Mars, so we'll see what else. I'm wondering where they want to go. Whether it's a traditional carry or...
Yeah.
Often with the Grimstroke, you want like the melee carry because you can put the Inkswell on them when they go, charging in, jumping in.
Wraith King, you think?
It would be good, but it's banned. Yeah, I like Wraith King.
Medusa. You may now select your heroes.
Ooh. Well... They get the you're probably not happy with this one, Zyclops.
You're right.
They had all the push, and then they're like, "Oh, we'll get all the push heroes, and then a Medusa."
Yeah, but Marv, for the Medusa, it's actually not bad with the pushing lineup. She can push very fast as well. I mean, grouping up with the team since like 15 minutes in and being the backbone, being the center by using the mana shield. All right.
I've seen a lot of Medusa against Mars. Just seems to be the carry that range carry that doesn't mind as much about the bulwark, and also in lane with the Mystic Snake, Mars's life a little bit difficult. And then you just, fall back, farm your ancient stacks, farm your jungle, play kind of, do Medusa things while the rest of your team run around and make plays happen.
Yeah. The triangle is very important for IAP in this game. The warding game needs to be on point. Protect all the stacks.
And one of the nice things about Medusa is it's kind of like has that similar thing to the Tide where you can defend towers very well. So if the other 4 heroes are, trying to make some smoke plays happen, go for some kills, take towers of their own, Medusa can often defend towers by herself. As long as there's like some potential TP protection. She doesn't insta-die to ganks. Same with like, the Tide Hunter. So you just if you need to defend your mid tower, you send the Medusa there, and in between farming, she can cloud the team. Three decider. This should be good. Both teams must win game.
You should have known better.
For sure, man. Ladies and gentlemen,
Prepare
we
for battle.
are in the last game of the series. IAP versus Army Genesis. They are now tied 1-1. In the last game, IAP on the Radiant side, Chemo on Enchantress, Matthew on the Grimstroke, Escort on the Beastmaster, Yona on Batrider, and Marv on Medusa. I'm gonna leave AG side to you.
AG starting off with some good old chat. We're going to have Varus playing the Crystal Maiden, DB on Phantom Assassin, Womi on Mars, Azura on Ember, and Lim playing the Monkey King. Seems fun. Some fun old chat to start things off.
I think all chat is getting more acceptance these days in the game. It's maybe since like TI10. Players tend to be more relaxed when it comes to all chat. It's not like something forbidden like 4 or 5 years ago. Oh, you all chat? Banned straight away.
Yeah, it was like no flaming at all. Then these days you have Valve added all the voice lines and taunts, and OG then came into Dota and they're like, yeah, we're gonna BM everyone.
Tips me, bro. Tips me.
Yeah. Then you have the question mark from Emo.
I remember that. All right. Okay. This is going to be tense.
Yep. So Mars will be 4 position, it looks like. Lim playing the Mars. Sorry, not Mars, Monkey King. Mars will be 3 position, of course, Womi. No surprises from either team with the lanes and the heroes, I don't think. I guess there was some question whether for Enchantress and Grimstroke which lane they go to. And Chemo early on having to fight it out with the Monkey King, but he goes for the first point in heal knowing that Monkey King does not have Jingu, so he can kind of win this harass battle.
Yeah, turn on the Nature's Attendant. That is actually the first time we see Monkey King fighting with the Enchantress, and both are supports. We're gonna see a lot of clash between the 2 supports at the bottom lane, definitely. And like you say, I think this is going to be a hard lane for Womi, unlike last game, because if you take a look at the standing position of Medusa, he is standing in front of the creep wave.
Yep. Just trying to keep these heroes at bay. And you've got Enchantress Medusa. This is a very strong lane. Chemo trying to ward his camp here. Successful.
One thing IAP need to keep in mind is Escort must not make the same mistake as the previous game that he keep dying in front of PA. I think, yeah, he need to find a sweet spot in between farming and also surviving. Yeah, he get farm a lot, get a lot of CS, but he dies, so he give away the experience to DA, which is not bad, not good.
So far, lane's looking a bit better for Army Geniuses. Their CS is having a fantastic start, particularly this mid lane. Ember with 6 denies and 6 last hits. The Batrider struggling to get those early last hits. Yona has also used up his entire mana pool. So, like, you know, he's trying to get them using these napalms to harass and, you know, boost up his damage on creeps with just being outplayed.
All right. I am always splitting my eyes and trying to observe who is going to get the first blood around here. You're gonna need a lot of game sense as a caster to just, you know, never miss a first blood in your life. And
see all 3 lanes at once somehow.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, being a commentator is actually making me good at Dota as well. I have a lot of minimap awareness.
Good.
I was actually the one who checked the minimap the most in my team. I was really like, yeah, all good, man. Nothing. Yeah. Oh, on top lane. Yes, that's gonna be the first blood. And I got that one right on the spot. Yeah, DB slashing him out.
Your third eye catching the first blood.
I told you,
you had to be like I was gonna say you had to be like LeBron James. He got poked in the eye and he was like, "I'm seeing 3 rims, you know." So I just aimed at the one in the middle.
That's crazy, 3 rims thing. And hey, that's disaster. I was talking about repeating the same mistake, and they're doing it again, and then they lost 2 in front of the Phantom Assassin. No doubt it's going to be hard for Mark. It doesn't matter how much mana shield you have, you're playing against a Phantom Assassin who can crit you off the world.
Yep. So DB on PA last game will be 2 games in a row for him on this hero, and after last game you've got to be very afraid of it. And the most impressive thing with his PA game is the way he plays with his support and just seems to keep winning his lane. CM is a very good laning hero, but they can't feel good about how this lane has started.
Oh my dear. I mean, when it comes to late game. Oh, okay, another big fight happening. I kind of surprised that the fight breaks out quite early in the middle area.
Appreciate it.
Wanted to maybe stop the Batrider refilling the bottle, because this Batrider's having a really bad time mid and needs these runes. Also, one of the really bad things for Escort, when he died up top, he didn't have TP. Oh, and Batrider gonna lose another rune. This is so bad for Yona. Both mid and top are going so badly for IAP. Escort dying without a TP. He had to smoke back to lane. He bought a smoke to get there faster.
Oh god. Speed. What a high soul way to go back to the lane. Oh my god. And now Yona being forced to go back. He running out of mana. No more sticky napalm spam. And it seems like AG is looking good in every lane. At the bottom lane, it's just killing the career on the way back.
Yeah, Lim using this observer ward. It does get dewarded in the end by Chemo, but he managed to snipe at least 2 careers with it, so easily pays for itself.
Do you know that the previous game of Team IAP against Team Summit, the team named Summit, the team that is out of the league, in both games that they lost to Summit, they lost every lane. Completely lost every lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, mid, top, bottom. So I think we can say that the laning phase is their weakness, but on top, okay, Grimstroke dropping quite low though. But however, I think Escort gonna get some kill on the support. Good one. They strike it back, but however, DB just get something out of that one. He's slashing support and Matthew.
And DB doesn't mind as long as he gets a solo of the experience and gold. Him up top, trying to just lead some of this experience, but it's taken off of his tree and has to be a little bit careful.
Many thanks.
I think the fact that DB being assigned to play the same heroes like previous game is actually giving him in the zone. His muscle memory are just in the zone for the PA.
Yeah, 3.7k net worth. More than 1,000 gold ahead of Medusa, who's second on net worth. So it's not like Medusa's doing badly. It's just PA getting 3 kills or being involved in 3 kills, including a first blood. Just so much gold.
Alright. Still got a chance, man. Even though it's not a good start for Team IAP, they just have to pick themselves up and try to do better in the lane, especially on top. Maybe stop dying. And man, but it's just so hard to do. like you say, the Crystal Maiden is very good in early game.
Yeah, I've used it really well to help win top lane, rotated mid to deal with the Enchantress creep. It's a very good pick for this game, but be careful.
Right. Also, Monkey King causing troubles for Chemo at the bottom lane as well. And meanwhile, first time using Arena of Blood, Marp stuck in there, and this is the first time Azura teleported from the mid lane and trying to gank on the right hand side of the map.
To me, the spear
dive in, spear up Mods.
They needed the second spear. Medusa had a big one to heal up, but it still wasn't enough. So great kill
Is under attack.
as Monkey King even survives and gets out. That's so good for Army Genius.
Tower is under attack.
Azura.
Dire's
Level
middle
7.
tower is under attack.
I think the one who
Radiant's
can
bottom
make a
tower
comeback
is under
for the
attack.
team in this game for IAP is the Bat Rider. But
Yeah.
we just have to do. He's not having a good early game, not a good farm, not a good level as well. But on the way to the boost of travel.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Yeah, his
attack.
game's picked up a bit now that he's got some levels. He's been able to farm some jungle camps as well, and you know, this can potentially continue. Boots of travel, it's going to give him this global mobility, and I think that's going to pair really nicely with Beastmaster, who, despite having a Beastmaster's about to get the Helm of the Dominator, so they can push and pressure this top lane. This is similar to the last game where PA does well at the early levels in the lane. Then, because you're going for this Battle Fury, at some point your lane gets quite hard, and that's kind of the point we're approaching now.
But I think in this game he's gonna get hit quite early for the Battle Fury. He has 2 kills and a decent farm. He was a big difference between the highest net worth hero of Team IAP, which is like 1.5k net worth, big difference. And I think at this rate of the farm, I think he's gonna get the Battle Fury around 16 minutes in, or even faster.
Yeah, it feels like it. First Blood Gold is just a nice, healthy boost, and we'll see if they can find a way to pressure DB up here. Batrider is headed back to base to pick up those boots of travel, so potential boots of travel from Batrider to come in and help out.
Alright, yes, they realized that DB would be a hard target, so they decided to go for the support first. However, Azura teleported, not teleported, just moving from the mid lane to help on top, and that's gonna be a trade. Definitely, Escort not gonna make it. He might have to trade his life with the support, which is not worth it.
Again, dying without his TP. He tried to TP out, but Ember, he moved his hero up to make sure they were only 2 targets for Searing Chains. It was so nicely done. That's why he gets hit. And he's going to get another kill in the river. Azura is owning this game. He wins his mid lane. He makes some nice rotations down bottom, now up top. His Ember Spirit has been perfect.
This is getting harder and harder for Team IAP. I mean, losing every lane, Medusa is not doing, well, optimal level of Medusa, because she died one time and now being forced away of the lane. And also I think that the big point is Batrider is not ready to operate yet.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, ideally, Beastmaster's going to instantly run back top, but his game has been slowed down. He's only level 6. Has the Helm of the Dominator, but hasn't even had a chance to grab a creep yet. So will be 11 minutes before Beastmaster grabs that. Oh, sorry, he's got the creep. He's got the Dark Troll, but this top tower has stayed alive for a very long time. Oh, see if they can claim it now. Ember has DD though if they want to try to defend this one.
Yeah, they're just trying to find the angle to go in. Monkey King moving in as well. He's still level 5, so no move on command, but he's just going to move from tree to tree, scout it out for his teammates, and find some perfect angle for his teammate to go in. Being the living ward. Yona, Batrider teaming up with the Eastwell, trying to catch somebody. DB gonna get dragged in for the first time in this one, but I don't think the damage would be enough. DB might turn things around. He might be in by Redneck to the high ground, slashing Yona down, killing spree for Azura, getting tips as well. Oh my goodness, Matthew gonna fall.
Oh, and top lane.
Yeah.
They kill Escort as well, and Matthew dies. This is disaster.
Yeah, I just feeling like IAP is falling apart,
Dire's
falling
bottom
into
tower
pieces
is
at the
under
moment.
attack.
Yeah, they're trying to force these ganks too much. Like the Batrider at some point, I don't know why he kept chasing there. One TP rotation from an Ember meant that he couldn't
Radiant's middle
lasso the
tower
PA
is
away. He
under
got
attack.
lasso off, but Ember's able to keep the Batrider in place, and then PA, like, you're not going to kill her during that lasso. Azur's even coming in to try to steal some Ancients. Like, his Ember game is just in a perfect place right now.
Perfect
Getting
timing.
every... Oh, no, he's not getting this rune.
Oh, DB slashing chemo out in mega kill already. 5 kill for the PA is the situations you want the least to happen for team IAP
Dire's
and
bottom
IAP
tower is
supporters.
under attack.
You said... I thought you were, like, 14 minutes was, like, going to be an early time for PA. She's Battle Fury now. 12 and a half minutes in. It's coming out on career.
Really?
Dire's top tower
This is one of the
under
fastest
attack.
PA Battle Furies I've seen, because this hero doesn't get 12-minute Battle Furies because you're
Dire's
getting
No way.
treads, you're getting the Blightstone. Like, the AM gets a 12-minute Battle Fury because you're not
Dire's
getting
bottom
treads or
tower
anything.
has
This is
been denied.
insane farm for DB.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
My god, yeah. All the good news in the world against team IAP. I mean, this require a lot of
Dire are
experience
scanning.
and mental strength just to stay alive in this series. Still got a chance though. They just have to make
Radiant's
it right.
bottom tower is under attack.
Every single AB decision making, they just have to make it right. Here we go. Oh, Varys. DB.
DB doesn't want to go in. I think he's like, I got this Battle Fury, but I got to play far away. They get the freezing field though.
Oh,
he can go in.
Yes. Fall for the Batrider.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Ooh. The tips keep coming out. They're tipping Batrider. They're tipping Beastmaster. They know this Bat and Beast are playing pretty poorly so far. Escort with 3 deaths. Yona now with 2.
Okay.
This has been a rough start.
Do you think that tip is actually effect? Those tips.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. When you tip opponents who are making bad mistakes in like a must-win game 3, it's because their pressure's on them. Ember gets maybe going on here. He's gonna die. Nice play from IAP. They needed to get these kills to get back in the game. Lim buys some time with Mischief, but will go down. Yeah, they just tried to go a bit too deep onto the Radiant side of the map there.
Yeah. Maybe you can swing the grab that. That's what they need. Come on, man.
Radiant's bottom
If
tower is
IAP, if I were them, I'm just gonna wish for more
Dire's middle
mistakes like
tower
that.
is under
But
attack.
right now, they are about to take the
Dire's
mid-tier 1
structures are
tower
fortified.
down, which is another good news. It's quite important tower just to get into the Dire NC.
Dire's middle
AG
tower has
might
fallen.
looking for
Radiant's
a
bottom
counter.
tower is under attack.
Jumping in. Beers of Mars back into the Frozen. Easy kill
My
against
people
Matthew.
died for nothing.
What's the opposite of regicide?
Got him trying to TP out. But in his jungle has to be a little bit careful. Gets the roar out onto Monkey, but he's now been caught in an arena.
Right after the Raw, he was locked down in. And by Remnant in, Ember Spirit finished him off. Asura got the escort.
Yona's trying to chase down DB, but this Baron is trying to make a lot of plays by himself, which just isn't really working out. When he plays with his team like we saw around the Ancients, things can work out okay. But this time around, he's just like running at people by himself. Doesn't have that solo kill potential because he is so far behind and had such a bad lane.
Or maybe that is a tactic that throw his body in just to make space for Farm to farm in a golden triangle right now with a lot of stacks. Big stack cleared. Meta seem to be the only hope of Team IAP right now in the game. She's still
Radiant
doing pretty
are
okay,
scanning.
even though not a decent farm in the first 10 minutes of the game, but she sees her dates and farming safe. Meanwhile, the rest of Team IAP just trying to force AG away from the farming spot of Medusa.
Radiant's bottom tower
They're
is
playing
under
super
attack.
aggressive. And here we go.
Oh, Zero misses the
Yona.
Searing Chains. I think they're gonna have to back off. But they've rotated in DB now. The PA ready to join some fights, perhaps, as a Mithril Hammer now to work on either a Deso or it has a full Deso. Just kidding, not a Mithril Hammer.
This is
PA
becoming a
hurts.
full protect one strategy. This is look a lot like mid trust like 5 or 6 years
Dire's
ago.
top tower is under
Soon,
attack.
it's going to be 1 Protect 4 with how farm this PA is. She's gonna be unkillable.
Evo being found and was locked in the searing chains and stuff. Trying to find her way back to the top human tower, but it was blocked by Varys. Ultimates sending in the snow. And Varys falls with that mob. Okay, they get the kill bit by bit. Seems like the network swing back a little bit to Team IAP side. It might be too soon to count them off this game.
Yeah, just the 1k gold lead. It's not like some massive lead. Medusa, don't know how well this GA is doing. Medusa's had an amazing game. Mark, just the one death where he got ganked. Has been free farming the jungle, almost keeping up with the PA, so, you know, he's a scary Medusa.
Yeah. Next thing we know, Medusa already got the Mantis, ladies and gentlemen, and it's all on the way to a lot of things. Monkey King Bar is one of them.
How things go from here. But I think one of the big problems though is going to be how underfarmed and lackluster this Beastmaster's looking. Like, he's only got 6k net worth, and just so much of his strength is meant to be in that early to mid game, pushing towers and controlling the map. Still has a lot of value later on, like with the Hawk, to scout out, get vision, deal with the Monkey King, but it does feel like it may not be enough.
My sprites are with us.
Right.
Invisibility!
Okay, alright, back to the game. What's going on around there? And it's unstoppable for DB. Well, even though the game still look pretty okay for Team IAP, the big problem is DB is becoming a monster way too soon. And he's on the way to the BKB. This is showing how serious he is for the game. He's not going for some play stuff like Azor Grassers and then just go for BKB after. No, he just want to be safe, be sure.
Now with that right at BKB, IAP want to fight.
They're sending in the first break first. Aiming for the support. Need to run away for the Crystal Man, and that's not a good place to fight. And now being dragged in, two of them. Oh my goodness. First one boy's gonna be Varys and also Mars. Walmy double kill for Yona. Oh my goodness.
Yep. Nice job by the Batrider and Grim getting the double lasso off.
Yes.
Who needs Aghanim Scepter?
Yeah.
They weren't ready for the Bat at BKB. I think, you know, he came back in to try spear the Batrider back, but he just, nice job by Batrider to BKB so he doesn't get hit by the spear, and then he's able to punish the Mars. So kind of the surprise factor of that BKB. They maybe had an idea it was coming in and they probably could click the Batrider, but if he doesn't BKB there, you know, Mars is fine.
Oh. Imagine if the guy got like the Aghanim Scepter combined with the Soul Bind, then you're gonna pull like 10 guys in. Crazy.
An even game here as PA will get BKB soon, and both teams will have to be worried about Roshan potentially.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
7 to 14 game score. Both sides just need to farm. Even Army Genesis is not feeling safe 100%. They still need some certain levels on items and neutral items as well. So I think they are quite comfortable to just let the game sit in for a while.
They want Medusa to get at least one, maybe even two more items. The Scotty MKB seems to be like a pretty strong timing for her.
Yep.
Scotty by itself is good, but the MKB means the PA has become such of a less of a threat.
Oh, Arena of Blood. Matthew being brought down. Womi strike back on Escort. It's 2 for Team IP.
About to be 3.
It might be more, yes. There were so many times that the parade of Team IAP being scouted out inside the Dire NC and die 2 or 3 people like that. I mean, if they lose this series, I think this is one of the main problems.
Yep, absolutely. They're just giving up too many kind of unnecessary kills in certain parts of the map. Now they're going to be giving up Roshan for free. They are TPing in. I don't know if they get here in time, though. This PA does kill Roshan very quickly. And they've also jumped Yona.
Maybe they can. Oh man. That's it. That's over, man. This ages.
Yeah, you got to respect the possible wards on those high ground cliffs. Like, they had the sentry on the ground, so they, you know, oh, we de-warded this. There's a sentry there, but they just only just put the ward now to go for Roshan. So there was never... He doesn't know, he hasn't checked if there's a ward there or not and just gets jumped before anything else can happen.
Oh my. That's a big loss, really.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Alright.
Radiant
DB.
structures are fortified.
Level 19.
Radiant's
Once he touches
middle
level
tower is under
25.
attack.
Oh my god. It's gonna be...
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Still got a chance, you think? Oh, okay. Maybe they're still on the fight. Primal Roar first, and now who is going to die? It's Lane. Arena of Blood being open in order to just counter Yona, drag him out of the arena. Mars falls, and Mob is still fight on. He turned a Stone Gate, it seems like no one is going to hit it. And take a look, he has an eye on Scully. This is going to be the first time that they fight toe to toe. Mob, oh! You won over the PA, but let's take a look at this one. Asura is killing all the backline. Kimo gonna be the next one. Mark is now shooting 1v1 against the PA. Who gonna win? PA runs away. Oh my goodness, this is actually showing the sign that Team IAP still got chance.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. This Medusa, if she has an MKB there, that fight can go all IAP's way, but no MKB just yet. But this Medusa gonna struggle to have the damage maybe to deal with her. We'll see if they go for some kind of like halberds or other hype items as Medusa gets more and more farm. DB with a Satanic, that can look very different because you can out sustain the Medusa. I think until you have Satanic, the Medusa's the one out sustaining you. So see how these next few fights go. It is Army Geniuses though. 6k gold lead now after that fight in the Roshan. So even though Medusa holds her own, it's still a fight that didn't quite go the way they wanted it.
I feel just need more time for that Mob. I think his teammates just need to give him a little space. But to do so, the warding game needs to be on point. They need to place on a perfect spot. They're doing such a great job, get rid of the Aegis, and now they are back at equal again. Even though Army Genesis seems to be on a slightly ahead with 6k net worth more than, but
Never refuse school.
I think the big problem of Team IAP right now is that backline got no space to just stand and cast. Because Ember Spirit doing such a great job. Asura was all over, man. It's just like, oh god, these guys everywhere. Look at that.
Gets away, doesn't get caught by the lasso. Nicely done. And
so
yeah, that's so true. Like these supports, it's really rough on them because Ember can always get to them, and instinct as a support is like to run and be as far back as possible. But the further away the supports are from like the Medusa, it's actually they're in more danger. As close to the Medusa as possible because that's where they're safe. They're always going to get jumped. If there's nothing to jump them, then yes, far back. But when there's an Ember in the game, you have to be near your Medusa.
Okay, the Flame Lasso drag it back. If they can keep Mars without using Arena of Blood, that would be good. He died without using Arena of Blood. Wukong comes out. The Chemo's in the front line will definitely go down. But it's a true goal for Chemo, you know. It's a trade, and every single trade for now for Team IAP is a good trade.
Yeah, not like the dream scenario, but getting a core hero in the Mars is something they're more than happy with. They're buying some time to keep farming up on Medusa. All hope not lost just yet. They do need to, I think, keep making their moves soon. This Ember's about to get an Aghanim Scepter as well, so the item progression is getting scary for Army Geniuses. Even heroes like Monkey King in the 4 position with Mage Slayer and halfway to a BKB can become a bit of a threat in the late game with Wukong's command.
Yona going for the Aghanim charge. Why is that? 2 frame break and also apply the sticky napalm charge.
Yeah, I think a lot of Bat Riders seem to be getting this early, just valuing having double flame break because it repositions enemy heroes. They seem to like it a lot.
Kiting them?
Yeah, you can kite enemies, and getting the free napalms is just pretty nice as well because often casting napalm can be just, you don't have time to do it when you're running in trying to lasso people.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But yeah, mostly it's just the double flame break and being able to kind of reposition people.
Alright, they are diving in. It seems like they found Beastmaster Asura slashing one body at the bottom lane. He's gonna be out real fine. Oh, they lost 2 guys in a row in a different location.
Radiant's top tower has
And I think it's a good spot, good opportunity for a Army
Dire's
Genesis
bottom
just
tower
push
is
top
under
tier 2.
attack.
What a bounty!
Alright. If they defend or not, it doesn't look like
Radiant's
anybody will
top
be able
tower
to.
is under attack.
All the cores of
Dire's
Team
bottom
Army
tower
Genesis
is
is
under
so
attack.
fat. Even
Dire
Mobs.
are scanning.
I mean, he got what he needs to just stay alive in this game. He has
Radiant's
the
middle
BKB
tower
and
is under attack.
on the way to the Heaven's Halberd. Once he has the Heaven Halberd, yeah, he might not be safe from Medusa, but the other guy cannot kill him for sure.
Dire's bottom
Yeah, I like the
tower
idea
is
though.
under
Get the
attack.
BKBs first for the team fights, and then after that, try and deal with Medusa. Halberd's one of the better items in the game to address Medusa. You can kind of just Halberd her and then focus the other targets. You don't really want to focus Medusa first. That plays into the Medusa's strength, which is her tankiness. So kill the squishies, kill the supports, kill the Bat Rider and the Beastmaster. Deal with Medusa last.
Medusa right now with the Monkey King bar. Eye of Scotty and Manta style. She's super strong. It all comes out to the itemizations of Team Army Genesis now, that how they're gonna deal with this hero Medusa. And now they all whole team smoke, both sides gonna be big fight. Are you guys ready? If you are ready, put your hands in the air before the fight happens. Mark moving in, being stopped first. Bat Rider die by the one stop by searing chains, and a lot of the damage that comes out. But look at that Medusa, he's shooting like a goddamn AK-47. You can't stop the damage output from Medusa. They're trying so hard to stop Medusa, but look at that. The rest of Team IAP are just melted in all the hellfire of Ember Spirit and also Arena of Fire.
I didn't see that coming.
Oh man, the team fight recap really tells the whole story. Medusa, 6,000 damage. Rest of the team, 100 damage from Ench, 80 damage from Grimstroke, 0 damage from Bat Rider. Bat Rider just having the vision there for the Dire team meant they could jump with the Blink Spear on Bat. He didn't get his spell off, couldn't get his BKB off. The Bat Rider can't afford to be the one getting jumped there. And that's always the risk when you run up the enemy high ground where they're going to have these cliff wards. You watch the Division 1 teams, they'll never run into these cliffs, or they'll have a hero in front who can pop the smoke and then back off. You can't afford to have your heroes get revealed and fight under these enemy wards.
My goodness.
Come get healed.
11 to 30 game score. IAP trying so hard to stay alive in the league.
Yep. It's looking rough. Just
Yeah,
great job in that fight
very
also. Ignoring Medusa, just deal with Medusa last, focus everyone else first, and Roshan is back in 3 seconds time. Will they scout it out?
Radiant's bottom
Ares is going to be
tower is
in
under
there.
attack.
Is it going to respawn? Yes, there we go. Okay, he stuck around.
I mean, when we see the first 2 picks of Team IAP, we thought, oh, this is going to be a super fast game, bro. You started out with the Beastmaster and also the Enchantress, 10 minutes, all tier 1's gone definitely for Team Army Genesis, but it's exactly opposite.
They want to steal this Roshan. They've got a Hulk giving them vision.
They can, jumping in on the high ground on the BKB and setting up Arena. Oh, Medusa still doing a pretty decent damage as usual, but hey, using the armor to block though. Warmy was stunned. I used to be a Spartan warrior. Now I become a stoner in front of the stone gates. Being chased down by the Wukong command. Not try to crawl it back to the higher ground. This is gonna charge in. They need to be careful as well. But Warmy seems to tank all the damage for his teammate. He was there. He was so brave until he got shot down by the illusions of Medusa. Asura is got like nice time to clear all the backline. Asura turns to go in. Turn the flame guard. Man, they take turns going in fighting with this Medusa. Medusa is king. And now he is shooting everyone in front of the tier 4. He's staying alive, but now running out of mana. He knows that his time is out. That he is out for 90 seconds.
DB just playing. The towers can't reach when you're behind the throne. He's like, if I get close enough to their fountain, the towers won't hit me. He finally comes back to maybe take down this tier 3. Backdoor protection is there though. What a crazy fight.
Yeah. Again, if you take a look at the fight recap,
Oh,
it's
Medusa.
10,000 damage for Medusa, and the rest are just 190 and 100 damage.
Oh man, yeah,
I mean-
exactly. That nothing. They need more from the rest of the team.
Yes. I mean, it would be much better if they have one more core.
Radiant's middle tower
The
is
core
under
that
attack.
scale good in late game, I mean.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Well, PA with an Aegis in the front lines, the Lincoln, so she can't easily get lassoed. It's just so hard to deal with.
I love the way that they take turns to fight with the Medusa. they send in Mars first, and then okay, you die, my turn. And then they send in the Emperor Spirit, die, and then send in the PA. Okay. Here we go.
Level 25.
Side and going DP, Michelle's on the BKB, but still being dragged into the fountain. Is that gonna reach the fountain? No! What's so? Left the distance. Oh, frame back him back, but he just jumped away and slashing people and kill at the same time. Everyone of Team IAP being blocked at the fountain right now. DB trying so hard to stay alive on this one. That is his first life. He's gonna be back, and his teammate is ready to jump in to help save him. But, well, is that true? DB, slightly being teammates away from the danger, being bounced back by the frame rate once again, turn on Wukong command in order to zone out of Team IAP. Okay, smack it down and kill the Batman.
Yona. I'm sure they would tip Yona, but they're probably out of tips with the number of times they've tipped him and Escort. He just blinked in and gave PA a full satanic lifesteal with that crit. Oh, he thought he could finish off DB. He was so low and didn't have a BKB up, but he just blinked into his own death.
Has fallen.
Ooh. My goodness.
Yep. That Roshan fight just stuck. They had the vision to try and steal the Aegis. Yona blinked in. He took the shard instead of the Aegis. He also blinked in a tiny bit too early. Roshan was still alive, so if they'd managed to get the Aegis away from DB, maybe there would have been a better chance for this last fight, but it didn't go the way Batrider wanted, and yeah, this is a game that Yona is going to want to forget. He has not played well on this Batrider.
Radiant's top tower
Man,
is under
this
attack.
is so painful to watch. They are so close. They are at the edge of the elimination of this league. Arena of Blood is probably going to be the last arena that they ever experience in the DPC. They're trying to fall back to the fountain to just gain some HP and go back to fight. That will be no easy GG coming out from the team for sure. They are going to fight until the last bit with their honor. Yona forcing everyone away. And Army Genesis is about to take down the second set of racks. Mob standing in front. Right, striking on.
Using this bulwark.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about the right clicks.
Forcing everyone out. Mark turn on the illusions, but he's running out of the mana real fast because of all the damage from Team Army Genesis. Even the Monkey King support turned himself to be a core player right now. Romy is out. Yona finished him off with the flaming lasso. So everyone on Team Army Genesis is fall back and doing objective instead. Setting in some frame break, and they are not going to rush. I think they are gonna go back, chill a little bit, get another edges, and come back and secure the series.
Yeah, there's no rush for them, and without the Mars is a lot of their damage block against this Medusa. A lot of the way they've dealt with this Medusa
This'll
comes
come in
from him, so play it safe if they want to, they can. It's still quite a ways away, but it'll just be pick up. They get a Paladin sword now. Yeah, patience for Army Geniuses, knowing what's at stake here. They do not want to slip up when they're so far ahead.
Man,
Radiant are scanning.
what is the highest net worth I hate that you ever seen a guy come back?
Maybe like OG at TI against OG. They had like a 30 or 40, at least 30k. They had 0% win probability, I remember, on the Dota Plus.
Dire.
I've definitely seen 30k come back.
Yeah, 30k.
I don't know about more. I think there was one game where it was like a 50k gold lead that the team lost.
Yeah.
Like
50k?
the online tournament. Yeah.
That's crazy. Alright, we'll see. Even though it was a tiny, slim chance to come back in this game, but 0.1% is still better by 0
Yep.
right?
I just looked at the win probability.
Oh wait,
That was a mistake.
let me take a look as well. Oh, oh my
Guys,
God.
it's lying. Don't listen to
It's-
Gaben.
Yes.
There's still a chance.
It's too brutal. Still got 10. Let's go. AG, IAP. Let's see how they're gonna set up the defense. I think the layers of defense is very important at this stage of the game. So who they're gonna send into the front line? How they're gonna start the fight? Who are they gonna initiate on? It's very important. Jonathan with BKB, but that is a very good BKB pull by DB. Lock everyone down the arena of blood. A very good elite arena. Everyone is in there. This is just like a town hall for everyone. And Asura is clearing on the back line, forcing everyone going back to the base. No buyback for most of them. Wukong command. GG has been called. Team. Oh. Army Genesis so much for another day, but this is not the end. The safe spot for them. They just have to just pray.
Yeah, they could still be in like some tiebreakers, I think. So this was their last series. They're 2 wins and 5 losses. They need IAP's help now. The team they just beat, they need their help. They need IAP to beat 496. Otherwise, if 496 win, it'll be a tie between 496 and Army Geniuses, with both teams having 2 wins. So